ask from you guys. Where is it at?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Let's see.
As I said,
I think I got it.
we are 100%
It's kind of
independent,
awkward. You kind of have to jump up
supported by the people,
to
we
get
the
on the
people.
thing,
That's
but
you, the American people.
just pretty much jump like that.
I'm in God's hands. I'm in your hands, guys. So when
it's
you guys
good.
donate, the gifted memberships in the chat, awesome. The Rumble rants, but also when we have sponsors that come in, please show them some love, guys. I'm telling you, it's imperative.
The heaviest
Being
I've used
independent
is just a
I'm
25-pound
not
plate.
funded by any
But
network.
no, I haven't
Nothing
tipped
like
over
that.
yet. It's got
I'm
this
just doing my own thing.
At the front.
It's awesome.
That it would
but
prevent
it's
it
also
from going
imperative
over.
that your audience supports you. In this venture.
It's the same one
with
that you have.
Tonight's episode is brought to you.
Well, it's a different color,
by
but yeah, it's the same
Neutronixlabs.com. Neutronixlabs.com. Make sure to support them now.
You work out today?
And I want to remind you guys that there is a critical health issue that's affecting millions of people every day. It's a growing sleep crisis.
Oh, shit.
Many of you may have experienced insomnia.
What happened?
And a lot of you maybe have tried melatonin or various other ways to calm your nerves and try to sleep. And if you've dealt with insomnia, it's not fun, dude. It really is the worst. And I can sympathize with that. Growing up, even in my adult years, I still struggle with insomnia sometimes. I'm definitely a night owl, but you need your sleep, man. You really do need your sleep. And if you find yourself staying up all night till like 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, you definitely need your sleep. And so some people like melatonin, some people don't. But sometimes I find that melatonin itself kind of makes you feel hungover the next day if you take too much, right? So it's good to have like a good cocktail of sorts.
The Collision Center or whatever?
So I want to introduce you guys to Sleep Miracle Plus from Neutronix
I'm
Labs. Discover the transformative power of Neutronix Labs Sleep Miracle Plus, your new solution for achieving deep, restorative sleep. This advanced, non-addictive sleep aid is crafted with a blend of all-natural ingredients proven to foster better sleep. Ingredients like Passiflora, Incarnata, Valeriana, and melatonin.
Is it like the ban,
so you have a good balanced cocktail of sorts, right? Because some people take melatonin and it really hits them hard, and you feel hungover the next day. You need something to balance that.
Get into that
while
time.
You take it. To help you fall asleep quickly and enjoy a peaceful night's sleep, while individual results may vary, Sleep Miracle Plus is designed to address the common difficulties of falling and staying asleep without the risk of dependency. So go to NeutronixLabs.com. That's NeutronixLabs.com. Use promo code Drew. That's DREW.
Yeah, like I don't put it down with my waist. I put it basically like where the bottom of my pec is. I like it better. Yeah, but I like it like high. I feel like it's better. Yeah, it probably hurts, right? Let's see if I can get this.
Use your drone to locate a bomb. Insertion. 5 seconds before insertion. You must locate and defuse a bomb.
Holy. Oh man.
In position.
You know, it's weird.
Activating drone.
I feel like when the weight's heavier, it actually feels better on the way down. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying, yeah. That's exactly how it is for me. I don't know why that is. But as soon as the weight is heavy, I guess it just helps you sink down more, but if I just do it with 135, I feel it more in my hips.
The user is no longer in One friendly operator remaining. We have been eliminated.
Do you start the stream now? Check. What we've got. Oh, you get any of your Lego pieces, or still nothing yet? Oh.
We need to locate a bomb.
You know he was up there? I don't know why you're telling us to jump. Die too.
Drone has located a bomb.
I don't know about you, but when you used to do squats, like that shit, at least for me, it helps me go to sleep so much fucking better, man. It's just like your entire body. It's just fucking feels like you've just like been like a
Insertion in 10 seconds.
yeah, basically.
5 seconds to insertion.
Ping!
Located a
You
bomb.
pinged Valkyrie!
Your way to its
One
location.
person!
I don't want to do another set.
Shut the fuck up, it's Fabian. Fucking idiot.
Holy fuck.
Well, luckily nothing is flooded yet in my basement. I'm surprised with all the snow, you know. I thought, you know, once it starts to melt, well, maybe it hasn't even started to melt, but yeah, it's probably gonna get flooded like on the left side of the raft. That's usually where it always is, and under the table.
Drone activated. Mindset.
Tossing EMP grenade.
Fuck, I'm not gonna do another set. Oh, fuck.
Brace for it!
operator standing.
Leg
Savings on your first order. The
press.
link is in the description below. That's neutronicsLabs.com.
Yeah, I'd say like the most annoying thing about
Drop the
The
diffuser.
link
All
is
right.
in the description.
pretty cramped home gym
below.
is just changing everything.
And so this may be for you or it may not. Like it says, individual results may vary. Some people like melatonin, some people don't. It works for me, that's for sure. It may not work for you, but it also has some different root extracts
Yeah,
as well
yeah.
to balance you out.
Yeah,
so
it's like
give it a shot,
you're going to
guys.
be limited on
neutronicsLabs.com.
the equipment. Right? Can't have everything.
All right, I want to get into the news.
But yeah,
We're an hour and a
And
half into
just-
the show. No, yeah, 1 hour.
it makes it a whole bunch
yep.
easier to be consistent with it, right? So
Yep. Okay, so Democrats have definitely lost their minds. And as the Doge warpath continues, exposing tons of
I should have
corruption,
gotten
Use your
rubber
drone to
plates.
locate a bomb.
Elon Musk has
plates.
confirmed that 150-year-olds are receiving Social Security checks. That's your money.
the
150-year-olds.
plates, like,
yeah,
uh,
they don't exist. That's fraud.
we
Okay?
sell
That's
rubber
fraud.
ones that are like
There's billions of
work
dollars
plates.
going
I think I
to
prefer
spreading
them.
homosexuality
Just,
in Uganda. That's fun, isn't it? That's great.
Drone has
That's great.
located a bomb.
There's
Use
millions
it on
of
the
dollars
hands,
to
less noisy.
fund homosexual comic books in the Middle East. That's great too. That's great too. So, we're definitely watching the historic
10 seconds
expose
to insertion.
of what Doge pledged to do,
Insertion in 5
as
seconds.
Trump promised the American
Located
people.
a bomb. Make your
One
way
small
to the
garage.
location and
The
defuse
Department
it.
of Government Efficiency. Honestly, I've been seeing a lot of stupid people. They try to re-acronym everything. You know, the Department of Government Efficiency. Democrats officially getting exposed. Like, what are you saying? What the hell are you even saying? Democrats officially getting exposed. Yeah, there's no Republicans. No Republicans are doing anything bad. The
diffuser is no longer in your possession.
and having the plate rack is so much better than just picking their shit off the ground.
Sending out Gemini.
Kira, what is that RAM? Kira, what is that RAM?
Gemini's offline.
Auto breacher deployed.
The diffuser is now secured. Down to 1 point. The diffuser has been secured. You have dropped the diffuser. Op 4 eliminated all
Damn, dude. Already losing 3-0. That's not a good sign.
Team sucks.
So what rank
Yeah,
are
good
you?
try, good
Come
try.
on.
It's fine.
Slut.
No, it's happening every game, dude. This is their third.
Oh my god,
Bad
Jake, what is
game.
that
Dude,
mic?
you know it's a bad game when Aiden's fucking top of the leaderboard.
Oh, shout.
Jake, mute yourself in Discord.
Yeah, Jake, why are you like fucking deep throating the mic when you're
I can
talking?
hear
man?
him.
Holy shit.
Oh wait, now I can't eat my Takis.
I only have toggle, so I have to talk.
Protect the bombs.
What'd you have for dinner?
Op 4 has located a bomb. Plan your defenses accordingly.
Swapping mags.
10 seconds. 5 seconds to insertion. Bomb located by Op 4.
You know the nice thing about having the weights with the basement is it's always cool down here. I'm sweating like crazy. Always just very cool.
My beautiful evil eye is ready.
One friendly operator remaining.
Jesus Christ.
Mission failed. All friendlies have been neutralized.
Past 100 years. No Republicans at all, guys. No. It's only Democrats. Only the demon quats are getting exposed. No, Lindsey Graham's a good guy. Yeah. He's Team America first. Adam Kissinger, he's great. Mitch McConnell, yeah, all these swamp creatures. All these swamp creatures, they're great. All the Republican swamp creatures, guys. It's only the Democrats. It's so low IQ. You got to grow out of that, dude. It's not 2018. It's not 2017 anymore, buddy. Okay? It's not 2017 anymore. All right? It's 2025. We're about we're approaching 2026, dude. We're approaching
Thanks, you're right.
2026. This whole the demon quencher bad guys.
Finicky with your mic a bit.
And the Republicans are the good guys. Stupidity. Stop that already, okay? Stop that.
Go ahead.
Republicans are not your friends. They hate you. They hate Trump. They're not America first. They're Israel first.
Oh, shit.
They're Israel first more than they're Ukraine first. They're definitely not America first. When it comes to putting the American priorities first, as long as Israel says it's okay. Democrats worship Ukraine, Republicans worship Israel. Straight up. It's like, yeah, Mike Johnson's based. Based Mike Johnson. Nuclear bomb. Whoa. Mike Johnson's so based. Mike Johnson's super based. Mike Johnson said men can't be women. Whoa, based. Based. Super based. Nuclear bomb and missile. No, this is ridiculous. You know, this is basic. It's not
We need to
based.
locate a bomb.
It's not based to say women, okay, can't be men. It's not based to say men can't be women. It's not based to say that men should not be playing in women's sports. That's not based. That's basic.
Drone has located a bomb.
That's what we would call basic, dude. These are the basics. Okay, that's ABC. That's 1 + 1 = 2. Okay, dude? Whoa, what a hot take. What a
10
hot
seconds
take.
to insertion.
Some basic stuff, dude.
Insertion
we gotta,
in 5 seconds.
The right wing's got him.
You've located a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
Fuck.
Drones activated. Lights out.
Claymore's ready.
AMP incoming.
Watch for the blast! Clear the blast area! Drone activated.
Okay. Oh my god.
Must recover the diffuser.
Loading mag.
The diffuser has been secured. Op 4 last stop standing. Down to 1 friendly. Diffuser is active, protected at all costs.
Gotta move on, dude. The right wing's gotta move on. Straight up. Gotta move on.
The diffuser has been destroyed. Mission failed.
It's just cringe. It's cringe. But all right, so I mean, this is all coming out, And you got Democrats aggressively opposing Doge because obviously they need a common enemy. It sounds like they've chosen Elon Musk. Doesn't make sense to attack Trump because Trump is not going to run again in 4 years. He's joked about it, but it's not quite looking like it. And honestly, I don't know if I want a president that old. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. If Trump had another 4 years, he would be in his 80s, dude. I don't know about that. It's a tough one. Would you rather have like an 80-year-old Trump?
Oh,
You need to use your drone to locate a bomb.
Or, like a possible JD Vance or something.
Drone has
That's
located
tough
a bomb.
one. That's a tough one. All right, dude, if you're just going to spread your stupid live link to your stupid show in my chat, you can get the hell out. Goodbye. Goodbye. This is my show. My show is not for you to spread your stupid links to your stupid shows in my chat. Okay? Yeah, I don't know. That's a hard one, man. That's a tough one. It depends on where he's at health-wise,
10 seconds before insertion.
Because if Trump were,
5 seconds to insertion.
showing some aging signs,
You found a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
I just couldn't do that, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. He's my favorite president ever in my whole life. But I just couldn't see.
Reloading!
Deploying Claymore.
The diffuser is no longer in your possession. One friendly operator remaining. All friendlies have been eliminated.
Okay. Yay.
We need to locate a bomb. Drone has located a bomb.
Fuck that door.
Seconds. 5 seconds to insertion. Proceed to bomb's location and defuse it.
was this buck? Oh, I blocked you, my mistake. So, instead of like a gun shield, they give him like a shield. What do you think about that?
I'll grab us some intel.
You must recover the diffuser.
Yeah.
The diffuser has been secured.
I'm reloading. Replicator online.
Down to one friendly. Op 4 eliminated all friendlies.
Myself supporting what was done to Joe Biden the past 4 years, you know? So,
Secure the area. Keep the bombs
but
protected.
anyways, so with this whole Doge situation, obviously the criminals are going to oppose anything being exposed within the federal government, and their misspending and their criminality won't, for obvious reasons.
Op 4 located a bomb.
Reloading mag!
They've been taking our money, billions, trillions of dollars, not just wasting it, but spending it on their own interests. Not only in the United States, but across the globe, which is insane. Absolutely insane. I know
5
Elon
seconds left.
made this point a few days ago that the majority of the money isn't even going to America.
Op 4 has
It's just going
located a
around the
bomb.
world.
Device set. Changing mags.
I'm reloading!
Vulcan set up and ready to blow. Impact.
One Op 4 remaining.
Damn, dude, 3-0 again.
Last operator standing. 15 seconds. Time expires in 10 seconds. 5 seconds to go. Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful.
So the United States of America is quite literally being gutted like a fish. Quite literally being gutted. They are picking us apart like a dead carcass and a corpse. Anything we have left that's of any value for the rest of the world, it is simply just being stolen from us. While you go bankrupt, while inflation continues to skyrocket, well, you get lectured for being a racist or a xenophobe and a bad person if you don't want your money going across the entire world. And honestly, it was worse
Protect
than
the
we
bombs.
thought. Way worse than we thought. And I'm at this point right now, honestly.
Be
well,
advised, a bomb location is
I just
compromised.
don't understand. Like, Trump has to come out and just demand, like, within the next couple months, next couple weeks, after everything Doge is uncovering,
Prone a razor blade.
Americans should not be paying taxes. This is just insane.
10 seconds to insertion. Down to 5 seconds. Op 4 has located a bomb. Be ready for hostile action.
You're welcome. Cover me, reloading!
seconds. 10 seconds left. Op 4, last stop standing. One friendly remaining. You've reached the time limit.
Absolutely insane. You know how much money that has been spent, misspent? Our money that has gone all over the world that we could have used? Like, and I'm talking individually. I'm not talking about, like, you know, government programs here in the United States of America. I'm talking about, like, you and me. This is why your taxes keep going higher. As the government continues to overspend and misspend, which creates higher inflation, that's what we've seen the past 4 years. I personally think it's Trump's moral obligation to communicate to all Americans, no more taxes. Enough is enough. This is out of control. Way out of control.
Secure the area. Keep the bombs
It's
protected.
a wrong that has to be righted. It's a wrong that needs to be made right. It's a wrong that needs to be made right. And it's gotten to the point where Democrats are literally on CNN calling the Doge audits a reign of terror. They are referring to Doge workers as terrorists. This is where they're going, right? Same playbook that did not work
10
for them
seconds to insertion.
the past 4 years, past nearly 6 years, and they're
5
still
seconds left.
leaning into it.
We've already seen that this Doge
Must protect
government
by Op 4.
inefficiencies is
Evil eye.
Door secured!
Op 4 has located a bomb. You know what to do.
terror, chaos across the federal government. Just this week, they released classified information about a U.S. intelligence agency. They have access to the American people's personal information, bank accounts, and things like that they're frankly not entitled to. And so I have a major concern about them going into Department of Defense and futzing around with.
Are you dead?
I bet you do. I bet you do.
You know, the internal systems there and U.S. national security.
Look
We've
at
already
this dog.
So there it is.
Oh.
The Doge employees, like big
Awesome.
dogs, are terrorists
Yeah,
now.
this one.
You see, what's happening with Democrats is they're so repetitive with this retardation, right? That's why I opened the show with
Seconds
that
left.
tonight,
All friendly
because
were
that's my
eliminated.
reaction to this.
Mission
Like,
failure.
when I I hear that and I see this. For me, I'm like, oh, here we go. Oh, okay, so everyone's just a terrorist now. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like normie America, I'll use that term, people that may not be politically interested or politically in tune or watching the news all the time. When this stuff pops up, it's like, okay, so then, so who is a terrorist now? Reign of Terror? Doge workers are terrorists now? Remember War on Terror? Reign of Terror? Same terminology here. Same CIA, FBI tactic in order to psyop millions of people to believe that the Doge auditors are terrorists now too. You see how ridiculous and retarded this gets? To the point where people don't even know or believe what a terrorist actually is at this point. Okay, January 6th. These people that assaulted police officers, they come out, those are terrorists. Okay, we can see how they can weave that and craft that. Even though that's a stretch and pretty ridiculous. When the majority of the J6 political prisoners didn't even commit violent crimes. We could see how they could successfully spin that one, right? Not saying it's right, but okay, I could see how they can get away with that one. You can make it look like they're terrorists, which is what they tried to do. That's what the J6 so-called select committee was all about. That's why they destroyed evidence, tons of video footage. They only played certain videos that crafted that day to be like it was, like they said, the worst day since 9/11 or Pearl Harbor. Right? But in reality, you take a look at this, you're like, okay, so the J6ers were terrorists. Trump supporters were terrorists. Parents that were pissed off that the school district in Loudoun County just enabled some teenage male to identify as a woman into the girl's bathroom and raped a little girl. The parents got pissed off and pressed the school board. The FBI designates them terrorists. Okay? But boomer grandmas, okay? Boomer Christian grandmas pray in front of a Planned Parenthood infanticide death clinic. They're terrorists now too. You see this
Need to use your drone to locate a bomb. Drone has located a bomb.
Yeah, what?
Insertion in 10 seconds. Insertion in 5 seconds. You've located a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
Somebody yelling? Oh, they're having an argument.
That they keep going with over and over again to the point where it's just totally unbelievable at this point. You have to be a complete idiot to sit here and like, okay, so now the Doge guys are terrorists, which doesn't make sense because
Friendly
part of
last
their
operator
narrative that they
standing.
try to spin, well, All the Doge employees under the leadership of Elon Musk are between the age of 19 and 22. They're just a bunch of youngins
There's the
that
guys.
don't know what
there's a
they're
guy in the
doing at
team
all.
called
It's a bunch of
JFK's
19 to
brains.
22-year-olds vetting the federal government, auditing the federal government.
Fucking lit.
So they try to insult them, right? They try to insult them to discredit you, yet you're still some kind of credible threat. So 19 to 22-year-old terrorists, led by Elon Musk, terrorist, led by Donald Trump, terrorist, and not a single bomb has gone off. Not a single bomb has gone off in the name of MAGA, Donald
We have
Trump,
been eliminated.
at all. What this does is it causes a further mistrust, and it causes the credibility of, yes, the fake news, but the credibility of the Democrat Party, the credibility of the Uniparty, the credibility of the establishment. Because over time, people view this, they watch this.
You still lift with
They
the
hear
clock
this?
thing?
And they just, and then what? They just conclude,
You still
okay,
work
well,
out
I
with
just,
that, like,
everyone's a
clock
terrorist that
thing
you don't
where
like.
The Baron,
Everyone
whatever it's called,
that they
yeah.
don't like are terrorists. What does this even mean anymore? It's this. That's why I said I even started the show. Like,
Well, you,
racist doesn't
get
mean
like a
anything.
dumbbell set.
White
Use your
supremacist
drone to
doesn't
locate a
mean
bomb.
anything. Nazi doesn't mean anything. Bigot doesn't mean anything. Like, nothing. None of this matters anymore. Which is, you know, I guess, like, whatever. It's a good thing. Like, fine. That's why for me, I'm like, just keep saying whatever you want to say. I'm not
Drone
gonna
has
defend
found a
myself. I
bomb.
don't care. Like, just keep going. Because over time, time will tell, and truth will reveal itself, and human beings will notice that what you're saying doesn't correspond with reality, and that's what's red
10
pill.
seconds before insertion. Insertion
Because
in
now
5
we've gotten
seconds.
to the point where Democrats are just straight up on
Bomb's
CNN.
location and defuse it. You must recover the diffuser. One friendly operator remaining.
Okay.
calling the Doge workers terrorists? Reign of terror? All you can do is sit back, point, and laugh. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Doesn't make any sense. Right? So, I mean, like, technically it's a good thing. Let these people continue with their mental illness and their schizophrenia, honestly. Like, let them continue with this because let them keep going. Let these Democrats keep screeching, having their little protests, right? Having their little protests that, oh, Elon is, you know, he's a horrible, evil. The Doge workers are horrible, evil. They're authoritarian.
We need to
They're
locate a
auditing
bomb.
the federal government. It's such a act of terrorism. When people sit back and they're like looking at this and you're just like, how? I don't get it.
Your drone has found a
I don't get
bomb.
this at all. Should these deep state figures feel terror? Should they be afraid? Absolutely. Especially with Kash Patel incoming. I don't know when his confirmation here. It keeps getting like thrown all over the place every single day. So when it happens, we'll know about it. And
10 seconds.
there's that, you know. First you hear it's tomorrow, then you hear it's
5
Thursday,
seconds to
now you
go.
hear it's next Thursday. It's just kind of all over the place.
You've located a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
Oh my god. Dude.
Setting breach charge.
You have dropped the diffuser. Down to one friendly. All friendlies have been eliminated.
But there's a reason why they've been delaying Kash Patel. Because a reformed FBI is what is going to be necessary for mass investigations, which means mass arrests. That's exactly what the establishment and the deep state machine did the past 4 years, going after all the Trump supporters, pro-life grandmas, parents, J6ers. FBI conducts the investigations. The DOJ will take it from there. Right? But that's exactly what we need to do, but
Protect the bombs.
going after actual criminals. And it makes sense why they've been It makes sense why they've been delaying Kash because Kash sounds like the final
Bomb location
piece
compromised. Plan accordingly.
that needs to get these arrests going. Because I will tell you right now, as a Trump supporter, I'm not accepting anything less. Firings are not enough.
Down to 10
Firings
seconds.
are not enough. That's no.
No time to
You need to make an example out of these people. Straight up. You need to make an example out of criminals. You need to make an example
Op 4
out
has
of the
located a
criminal
bomb.
activity. Because if you don't, they'll just continue. Business as usual. Nothing's going to change. They'll continue to take advantage. Once Trump's gone, they'll be back to it'll be business as usual. Straight up. these 4 years are going to be cool. They're going to be short. And 2028 is going to be where it counts. Because whoever takes Trump's place moving forward with the America First agenda in the name of the right wing of the Republican Party, this is either going to make or break, I think, the future of this country. I will tell you right now, if we get a rhino, obviously if we get a Democrat, we're cooked. But if we get a rhino, we're cooked. It's cooked. These 4 years are going to be cool. That's great. But 2028 is... I'm already looking at 2028. My eyes have been there. I've been telling you guys this for months. And this is important. Trump needs to win. He's going to set the trajectory for where we need to go. But 2028, whoever comes in needs to keep this going.
Op 4, last stop standing.
But Democrats are clearly disconnected because they continue with the same, not only rhetoric, but their same hit piece style, which they just like are failing, miserably failing to recognize how disconnected and out of touch they really are. Because this is not popular. The people of this country are really sick of everything being a terrorist, everything a white supremacist, everything, you know, a racist. It's just the same crap. It gets exhausting. Maybe it's meant to be to demoralize you, but I think it's backfired on these people because when you hear, oh yeah, here we go, he's a terrorist, oh, here, a war on terror. Gee, wow, like I haven't heard that in
Successful.
which, by the way, is an authoritarian tactic. PSYOP tactic, if you really think about it. Authoritarians, usually and traditionally, will... And this happens in cults, too. Right? They have specific names and code words for enemies of the cult or the cult leader. Right? I mean, Scientology has... I forgot what they're called. Somebody remind me in the chat. I can't remember. Not like a defector. I can't remember. But these different cults, they have very specific names for those that they deem a threat to the cult or the cult leader.
Secure
And it's
the
the
area.
same
Keep
thing
the
with
bombs
this
protected.
establishment. Racist, Nazi, terrorist, added to the list. Because now this terminology means absolutely
Op
nothing.
4 is located. Plan your
And
defense
when
of the
people hear it,
perimeter.
it's just like, okay, well, like, what is it for this? You know, what does this even mean at this point? It dilutes the term, it dilutes the truth of what that's meant to address. Completely.
10 seconds.
And this is just another example of that reality.
5 seconds.
What else is new? These people barricade in place!
Bomb located by
I
Op
wonder
4.
why.
Damn, dude. 3-1.
One friendly remaining.
Hmm. It's time for the team kill.
Mission failed. All friendlies.
Never mind. The team already lost. Ah, Jesus. Ah. Holy shit.
They're so out of touch and disconnected because people are tired of it. That's why 77 million plus of us just voted to reject all this nonsense. It's too much. It's too much. I mean, look at this. The DNC learned nothing from the last election. Democrat donors pull back on funding to party leftist causes. Donations coming in from left-wing donors to the Democrats has slowed in recent weeks, as President Donald Trump has taken hold of the White House with many left-wing groups needing more cash. According to the New York Times, small donor dollars have slowed down in comparison to Trump's first term. in office when money was pouring in to oppose him. This time around, things are different. Large backers of Democrats also have paused their donations, becoming frustrated with the Democrats for what they see.
Oh, it brings back memories.
Isaac, it's me. I wish I could talk to you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about everything. I wish I could just talk to someone. It's all falling apart here. I can't believe What's happening? It's strange. Such a little thing.
How many times you watched that thing? Guess you really miss her. Don't worry, we're almost there. You'll be able to look her up once we're on board. Sounds like you do have a lot of catching up to do.
All right, everyone, we're here. Sinking our orbit now.
All this trouble over that chunk of rock.
Deep space mining is a lucrative business, Ms. Daniels. Aegis 7 is a gold mine according to prospectors' reports. Cobalt, silicon, osmium. Now, where is she? There she is. We have visual contact.
So that's Ishimura. Impressive.
The USG Ishimura. Biggest planet cracker in her class. And it looks like they already popped the cork.
Why is it all dark? I don't see any running lights.
Corporal, take us in closer and hail them. And stay clear of that debris field. We're here to fix their ship, not the other way around.
USG Ishimura, this is the emergency maintenance team of the USG Kellion responding to your distress call. Come in, Ishimura.
You're gonna need to boost the signal if their power's low.
Yes, we know. Boost the signal. More.
Never heard of a total communications blackout on one of these things. You'd think with 1,000 people on board, someone would pick up the phone.
What is that?
It's a busted array like we thought. Sounds like they're having problems with their encoder. You get us down there and Isaac and I can fix it. 48 hours max.
All right, you heard the lady. Take us in. Let's see what needs fixing.
Gravity tethers engaged. Automatic docking procedures a go.
1 second, I'm doing something.
What the hell?
Sir, the auto dock.
What is it?
We're off track. We're gonna hit the hull.
Hit the blast shields. Their guidance tether's damaged. Switch to manual, now.
Inside the magnetic field? Are you insane? Abort!
No! We can make it inside. Corporal, gave you an order.
The field's too strong.
Is everyone okay?
What the hell were you thinking? Were you trying to get us killed?
I just saved our asses, Ms. Daniels. If we had aborted at that speed and distance, we'd have smashed right into the side of the Ishimura. Now settle down, let's get to work. Corporal, report.
I'm not getting any readings from the port booster, and we've lost comms and autopilot. It'll take some time to fix.
All right, let's get some extra hands from flight deck to help out.
Hold still, Isaac. I'm syncing up everyone's rig with the ship. Okay, we're done. Clean bill of health for everyone.
All right, we've still got a job to do. We're moving out.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Flank. I'm joined by the one and only, the human turret, one of the best ARs to ever do it. Give it up for the world champ himself, Sam LaRue Octane. We got some of the best analysis in the game. The world champ himself, Christopher Duarte Parasite. We got the multi-world champion, the multi-champion, a legend, an icon to the Call of Duty space. Give it up for Patrick Price Aches. And then, of course, we got the executive producer of The Flank. Give it up for Benjay Nassim. Gentlemen, what's going on? Pat, where the hell are you right now? Are you in a laboratory or something?
Yeah, it's my new background, Tom.
I like it, Pat. I like it.
Yeah,
Looks good,
You guys
Pat.
are always talking about my background, so I had to update it.
I like that, Pat. I like it a lot, man. Looking good over there. What about you, Sam? Mustache looking great?
I'm great, Tom. I'm just doing as great as could be after today.
Today might have been one of the worst day of Call of Duty matches in a long, long time. We'll obviously go over all the matches here shortly, but man, do we got a lot to say. Duarte, what about yourself, brother? Looking good over there. How you doing?
Listen, I'm good, man. Today was a speed run, so I get to hop on COD a little bit earlier and get my night over a little bit earlier as well.
Yeah, matches went very, very quickly today. And then, of course, we got the one and only Benji Nassim. Ben, how are you, Ben? You doing all right?
Good. I was playing some PGA earlier. That game came out today. And yeah, the matches were a fucking snooze, but I think we'll have a good episode. Take some community questions at the end, talk about some of these matches, and I think the weekend slate is a little bit better, so people have that to look forward to.
Here we're gonna go over all the matches. We'll take a look at fantasy. We'll give our predictions for tomorrow. See what the matchups are looking like tomorrow. And yeah, we'll answer some community questions. If you guys do want to get your questions answered, just drop them. It's pinned to the top of the community right now, so just drop your questions there. And of course, like the best ones, right? The most liked ones we'll take a look at. And then, we'll answer them the best we can. But not going to waste any time. We had only 3 matches today. So shouldn't take us too long to cover. And they were all 3-0s. So a lot going on today, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to switch on over to the first series of the day. Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties over here. First series of the day, we have the Minnesota Rocker going up against the Carolina Royal Ravens. This one ended up in a 3-0 fashion here. Carolina win all 3 maps. They win the hardpoint 250 to 198. The S&E goes to around 11 there, but they were able to close that one out, and then a 3-1 in the control. So pretty comfortable here for Carolina against the Minnesota Rocker. We'll scroll down. We'll take a look at the stat sheet. Looks like for Minnesota, you got a 1.0 from Estriel, but everybody else negative. You got a 0.8 from Gio, a 0.83 from Nero, a 0.88 from Paul. Not looking too good over there. And then the other side, it's a masterclass. You got a 1.44 from Gwyn today. What a series from him. You had a 1.09 from Thanos, a.k.a. Slasher. TJ with a 0.96, but hanging in there with the damage, keeping up with the rest of his squad, doing what he's got to do. And then Vivid with a 1.09 in this one. You can take a look here at the match MVP. It's going to be Gwyn with a 1.42 and Hardpoint, a 1.0 in S&D, and a 1.65 in control. Gentlemen, this wasn't even close. Sam, we'll start off with you. What did you think of the series, Sam?
Map 2 was pretty close. 5-5 is about as close as it could get. But the respawns, Carolina played great. This was definitely a solid bounce back series for them. It was weird for Minnesota. They haven't been 3-0'd or had a 3-0 for the whole season, and they now have back-to-back against Optic and Carolina, but they just look flat today. Slaying specifically, they just look like they couldn't get a fucking trade, quite frankly. It was a weird series for Rocker. I think they're better than they showed today, but they just came out super flat. But on the Carolina side, Gwyn, I think he had 1.4 or something. He was absolutely cooking. So a much needed bounce back for Ravens because we were kind of doom and gloom on them. So to come out and get a solid 3-0 is good for them for sure.
Who took that guy in fantasy?
I think
I'm guessing you did, Pat. I'm guessing you did.
And Tom, I'm going against you this week as well.
Yeah, and I'm losing 10-0 right now. But to be fair, you have 2 players from Carolina, so I need to make my comeback throughout the weekend. But best of luck to you, Pat. Best of luck to you.
You as well.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Pat. This is like as good as it can get for you, to be honest, to start off the weekend. Gwyn, you have Gwyn and Slasher, right?
Yeah, both of them.
They're looking pretty good. Gwyn had 62 kills in this one, and that's only after 3 maps. Thanos 48 and 44. It's phenomenal work from him. What do you think, Benji? What did you think of the series?
First 2 maps were interesting. I think both of them were pretty close, and then Carolina just pulled away at the end. The last couple of hills in that skyline, the gunny came alive for Carolina, able to pull away, and that red car was pretty back and forth. But Carolina adjusted pretty well by the end to some of the double pinches and kind of aggression that Minnesota started on the way. They were able to get those A plants down, and then they just kind of bowled them over them map 3. That was an absolute masterclass from Gwyn and TJ.
Yeah, the first map, it was that Minnesota actually came out pretty strong in the first map in the skyline. They had a good start. Felt like about a second rotation, though. Carolina was just kind of all over them. They were just taking a step ahead of the game. They were just beating them to rotations, chaining hills. There's a few rotations, too, where I felt like Minnesota overchowed a little bit. You can't really die on rotation in this game. You completely chalk your team if you do so in any game, really. You can't die on rotation. But Minnesota definitely had some mistakes in that one. But Duarte, what did you think? Obviously, I know you know these guys pretty well. The Rocker.
Jesus Christ.
Boys, and we obviously think really highly of these guys, but did they look kind of flat today? Like Sam said, they didn't look like themselves. What'd you think of the series?
Yeah, I mean, they came out flat
Can you
for
hear me?
sure, but at the same time, I think you got to tip Ravens here in the respawns. I feel like they played like a relatively scam-free COD most of the time. Like, they took advantage of the fact that they know Minnesota's a very aggressive team, and like if you look at the damage and the KDs and stuff like that, yeah, they all had like really high KDs, but all their damage was relatively low and like in general pretty even. So that just tells me that like even though Gwyn, for example, was going off in the KD department, they were just letting the game come to them, and they were just taking advantage of all the mistakes that Minnesota were making. And they made a lot in that series. They were just not playing together. They were getting isolated, and they just couldn't get trades. They were very off pace in those respawns, at least in the second half of that Skyline, and then in that control all over the place.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Ravens just played good COD today, and Minnesota just came out flat, and you didn't see the best of them, I think.
This is a kind of good learning lesson lost from Rocker. Like, as good as run as they've been on, you have a day where everything's off. Carolina's been really struggling while Dr. Rocker come in, give you the 3-0. Nothing's for free in this league. I know Rocker have like Vegas next, so 3-1's looking likely, but big learning lesson for these young guys to really build on what's got a team with a lot of potential.
Yeah, they kind of needed a beat down, wake them up a little bit. What about you, Pat? Any thoughts on the series?
I mean, obviously Ravens look great, but Tom, I think I'm gonna make an early prediction here.
Talk to me.
I hate to do it this early, right? We're right into week 1 or week 2, but it's gonna be a Cancun for the Rocker this major.
You think so?
I feel like this is just this is gonna be the nail in the coffin, Tom, and they're gonna have to make a roster change. I don't know. I know you guys are high on them, and I know they have potential, but I think they're a roster change away before they can realize that. So this series in particular, though, I mean, it was a Gwyn masterclass. That's all really there is to say.
Yeah, but here's the thing. He's not doing this on land. I mean, Gwyn always does this online. I mean, he takes over online. Like he's like a different breed. Like, I don't know if it's
be enough fantasy points online. It doesn't matter.
Absolutely, Pat. Absolutely.
Pat doesn't give a fuck about it anymore.
What if you get to land, Pat? You're gonna need him to turn up if you make it into the top 4.
That's what I got TJ Halley for, Tom. TJ Halley will get us to where we need to be deep in the tournament. That's all. I mean, we saw it. TJ Halley is just a different breed on land. So yeah, I'm not worried. I mean, I think this team is, like I said, this Carolina team is well rounded, right? Like, especially, I mean, I had early concerns about Vivid, but I mean, he's kind of turned that around and been, better than I expected in his new role. But
Ben's out on Vivid.
Who's out?
I'm not on Reese.
You're out?
Benjamin seems out on him.
Yeah, I'm not on Reese. Well, hold on.
What do you mean by that?
I just watched Reese play, and I think he still looks uncomfortable in these positions where we normally see main ARs be decisive, like AKA, I said power positions, watching the pinch. I feel like at times in S&D on Red Court, he looks super uncomfortable in those post plants on offense, like holding the pinch. So I think there's still some stuff to work on, and I think that's sort of the weakness that gets exposed a lot on this team. Yeah, maybe Reese will figure it out, but I just think ultimately this could be a stage where they're going to get probably top 8, I feel like, and they may be an upgrade and challenger that they feel can better play that position.
Like
second best player at the tournament.
Well, I think
Reese is good. Reese is definitely good at major
I'm
one.
sorry
but
about everything.
I just think watching him play, I'm still not convinced of this experiment.
Maybe just one. If it was like a very straight up game, I would agree with you. But it's like, I don't think his playstyle is gonna harm him the way you're kind of dragging it out.
I think his playstyle, at least in respawns, aiding them. I think he's getting a lot more comfortable being a
times
lot
you
more
watched that
aggressive with
thing?
the assault rifle in general, and he can obviously pull out a third sub. But in S&D,
Don't
I
worry,
kind of
we're almost there.
understand what you're
You'll
saying,
be
just
able to
because I
look her
think
up once
Reese
we're
is
on
like a
board.
heavy playmaker, and you saw him on old
Sounds like you
teams.
do have a lot of
He's
catching up to
probably
do.
initiating with the sub and search and destroy a lot more
runway
than
here.
he probably
Sinking
has to
orbit
do on
now.
this team. But I think their S&D
All
record
this
for
trouble
the
over
most
that
part
chunk of rock.
isn't the worst. It's not the best, and
Reese
they were
Vivian's
pretty good.
is
So I think they're fine.
catalyst for this
Yeah,
team.
I think they're
Aegis
fine.
7 is
Exactly.
I
gold
said it
mine
on
according
scrap
to
time
prospectors'
fucking
reports.
7 weeks ago.
Cobalt,
Reese Vivid being good at
silicon,
search is not
osmium.
what
What was the
team.
catalyst for them being
Now,
good is
where
their
is
hard
she?
point. Their hard
There
point was
she
pretty
is.
good today. I
We
really
have
liked how
visual
they kept
contact.
battling in that skyline, right? Bad side start, went down early,
So
battled
that's
that first
Ishimura.
rotation. flipped on the second rotation. And Reese
The
is actually
USG
initiating a lot of really
Ishimura,
good plays on that map. I
biggest
like to
planet
see.
cracker in her class.
But on the when their
And it looks
hard
like
point
they
swings
already
the
popped
other
the
way,
cork.
I feel like he gets in a lot of spots where he's just
Why is
not
it all
really sure
dark? I
what to
don't
do.
see
So
any
maybe
running
with
lights.
time, they'll kind of
Corporal,
figure it out
take
and
us
get
in
that
closer and
chemistry.
hail
But
them.
right now,
And stay
long
clear of that
term
debris
and like
field. We're here to
long
fix their shit.
kind of
not the
sample
other way
size, I'm
around.
not super convinced about his role in response.
USG
Man, the
Ishimura.
most damage
This is the
today.
emergency
Definitely played
maintenance
well
team
today.
of the USG
And I agree,
Kellion
man, that the
responding to your
Skyline
distress
bad
call.
side, you can
Come
get
in,
put in blender
Ishimura.
like pretty quick on Skyline on bad side.
You're gonna need
Like
to
if you,
boost the signal if
if
their
you just
power's
get
low.
wiped
Yes,
off the
we
rim
know.
and the other team just
Boost
has
the
like P2
signal.
spawns and they're holding P1, like you can
More.
go up pretty hefty there in
Never
early
heard of a
on,
total
but,
communications
I mean,
blackout on
who'd
one
you
of these
replace Vivid
things.
for? I
You'd
mean,
think
who'd
with
you get?
1,000
I mean,
people on
I
board,
feel
someone
like
would
they-
pick up the
Well,
phone.
Like,
I
these
answered that
players,
question, did I?
did you pick the Challengers player?
Challenge.
I said the situation. Listen, I'm not advocating. I'm definitely out on
It's
Reese
a busted
right now.
array
But
like
what
we
I'm saying
thought.
is that
Sounds like they're having problems
let's say
with
that
their
Carolina
encoder.
goes to this event, right?
You get us down there and
Like,
Isaac and I
'cause
can
right
fix
now
it.
the way their
48
schedule's set
hours
up,
max.
I think it's going to be.
All right, you heard the lady.
Definitely, they can
Take
still
us
make
in. Let's
winners
see what needs
bracket.
fixing.
But they're going to have
Gravity
to play
tethers
like
engaged.
C9 and
Automatic
These are
docking
teams that I
procedures
think
a
are
go.
gonna be very difficult to get in the current form. They're looking at the barrel probably.
Sir, the
top
autodock,
eight,
what is it? We're
kind
off
of
track.
finish
We're gonna
once
hit the
they make
hole.
a really
Hit
good
the
lead
blast
back
shields.
run. And it's a question of you go across the street
Push
to
the
the
manual.
hotel
Now.
ballroom. and
Inside
if
the
there's
magnetic
AR
field?
player
Are you
challenges, it's
insane?
undeniable.
Abort.
You have that conversation
make
of
it
do we have a
inside.
better chance of
Corporal,
winning with picking up
give
that
your
person and putting the system with the I just think it's hard to answer that because unfortunately the other challenges it's hard to see.
Is everyone okay?
What the hell were you thinking? Were you trying to get us killed?
I just saved our asses, Miss Daniels. If we had aborted at that speed and distance, we'd have smashed right into the side of the Ishimura. Now settle down. Let's get to work. Corporal, report.
I'm not getting any readings from the port booster, and we've lost comms and autopilot. It'll take some time to fix.
All right. Let's get some extra hands from flight deck to help out.
Hold still, Isaac. I'm syncing up everyone's rig with the ship. Okay, we're done. Clean bill of health for everyone.
All right. We've still got a job to do. We're moving out.
The fuck are you doing? Dog. Why is it just spinning? Oh shit, dude.
See what challengers players really going to show out
Thing
in
is
that
though,
venue.
what are we saying? At least from like the majority of
PC
the
gaming for
stages,
the win,
Reese
dog.
has been better than Austin. So why are
Thank
like
you,
we
Chris.
like why are we pinning this on?
He hasn't really been
Thank
playing
you.
bad.
Austin?
To be fair,
outside
on
of
this one,
Dude, what
hold
the
on.
fuck is all
To be
that?
fair, this whole conversation started because Sam added me in the conversation by saying I'm out
You know
of
what that
Because
is?
that's what your take was today on the watch party. And I wanted you to present your take.
Yeah, I mean, my take is that I feel
And
like
you said
he's
I want to bring it up on the
Well, hold
show,
on.
so I segued you to bring it up on the show.
My position is that I think he's still
I feel
uncomfortable
like if you
in that
change the
role.
wrong thing,
Now, whether or not
the
they
game
have a
is
better chance of
completely
him
busted.
playing in that role for some of the challengers, I think only unfortunately they can answer. Because I can't see how the practice goes.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Yeah.
When I watch this team, at least in the
You don't
S&Ds,
have to
like
play it,
their
you
win
can play
condition is not
whatever you
based on
want.
Reese. Like I'm gonna be honest, like just like Sam
Yeah, I
said,
don't think it's on Reese
not based
either.
on him.
I don't think it's on Reese.
And then when it comes to their hard point, this team collectively just gets shit on. Like it's not like a one person thing. Like when they lose,
Honestly, you do whatever. If you want to fucking go on Lego, you can go on Lego. If you want to go on Star Wars, League of Legends, I don't care.
Like a 0.6 with a AR. Fuck, dude, we need to fucking replace them. Like they're all just getting blended. This team is like a very like well-oriented like teamwork team where they all play pretty selflessly outside of like maybe Gwyn. He probably knows his role on the team is to go out there and get kills and be that guy for them. But like Slasher, TJ, and Vivid all understand, like they're vets. Like they all understand what it takes to like win a map. So usually whenever they're getting shit on, they're all like collectively like playing poorly because they are all trying to play for the win and they're not just trying to like compensate for like a lack of kills, for example, in the map. So like
from my
I
perspective,
mean, we could sit here and analyze this.
it
Stuff,
just
but I feel
seems like a
it's
headache.
very
man.
hard to analyze this team when it comes to the respawns and like whose fault is it? Because, like I said, it's just collective. Like they probably know their like pacing issue or their their hard point issues more than anybody else. Even if we watch the game 24/7, they're just a hard team to read in that game
I
mode.
think the biggest X factor on the team is Gwyn. Bro, this guy has series where
100%.
where he literally dismantles the other team. He just takes over. Like we see the talent that he has. Like and again, like I don't want to like harp on it, but on land he's just not doing this. Like he's just not. Like if he can get it to a level where he's doing this shit on land, like this team could be really good. Like Gwyn can be such an impact when he's playing at his potential. When he's playing at his highest potential, I don't know why sometimes I feel like he's just kind of like up and down, like inconsistent. You're either getting like an incredible Gwyn or you just kind of get an average Gwyn. Right, so I feel like he's the biggest X factor here, and he's
confidence.
He's
I don't know.
He's
I mean,
also
they have
the
a
entry
number-
frag or some machine gun, right? So like, it's important for him to be shooting. Like a lot of it rides off of him, right? Especially the momentum and like these respawns. Like if he's
necessary for swatting flies. If you like, swords are unnecessary for swatting flies. Preparation. I will be ready for anything. Power awakened. Mortal Heart CP. Destiny.
winning his ones and he's running around the map in pitches and winning all his fights, I mean, this team just looks a lot better, right? And Chris, I don't know, you were saying it could be a confidence thing, but he seems pretty confident to me. Like at least online he does. Right? I don't know what the switch up is. I don't really know what the switch up is with Gwyn, but
I think their play style is very break heavy on some of the maps, but like when they play Hasi, when they play Skyline, they have a tough time playing ahead of some of those maps. And I think it gets him in real trouble in situations where people really front run them because they're not an effective breaking team on those maps. And I think that's where you're seeing like Gwyn's kind of up and down impact on land, where they need him to be that kind of entry and kind of find openings. And on Hasi, which I've watched him play a lot, and I think like, yeah, they try to rotate on the map. They scam out of power positions and make the map much harder on some of the P3 or P2s they attempt to hold. So I think they have a lot of work to do on hardpoint, but I got to harp and say that like, and you saw it again today with this team, bro. You cannot count them out in S&Ds. They looked really uncomfortable in the middle of that red card, and they counter adjusted. They started playing their A post plans completely differently, and they were able to counter and take that round 11 win on Minnesota Rucker. Like, I have to tip this team's prowess and how they mid-map adjust in S&D at an elite level.
Like I like from this team because he's just selfless, doing the most damage, enabling everybody else to kind of play the way that they want to play. Even if he has an AR or a sub or whatever he's doing, like he has the most damage on his team. Gwyn has a 1.4, but like Reese is just going to do what is required for Gwyn to have a 1.4 or for Teach to play super well. He's just going to hit the fucking hill. He's going to play the spot that he needs to play, and he's going to do damage. And that's all I want.
You're missing my point, though. I'm not
your point at all.
I'm saying, well, the point I'm trying to say is that depending on how this major goes, nothing so far for me has convinced that Reese is undroppable on this team. And if they have a bad placing at this event, they continue to slide in a hard point. This team should have a conversation if they should pack a punch at the spot. That is
I feel
what
like
I'm
you
trying
could
to
say that.
them.
I feel like you could say that for literally anyone on the team, though. Like except for maybe like Teach, and even though he didn't have like the most solid series
got
here.
traded, bro. Listen, no one.
Yeah, that's because they're tripping for trading Luka. They think it's fat. They don't like how they don't like his interaction with the front
I
office.
guess my question, Ben, is like, what are you expecting Reese to do?
What
do you want from him? Because he's playing well right now.
What I want to see from Reese is get more comfortable. Well, a couple of things. One is I want the team to just overall get better at hardpoint, especially trying to front run people. That's not just a him thing. That's the whole squad. We just talked about that. And S&D, I want him to get more comfortable in these spots where normally, traditionally, he would be in a playmaker role, but he's being forced to be in kind of a watch the pins, play a passive role in S&D. Get more comfortable in those positions. Yeah, they're still winning searches right now, but inevitably once they start playing some of these better teams in real key maps to land, you know,
I'm not gonna lie,
playing
bro.
well in that position is gonna be super, super important.
At least for what you're asking of Reese, you're asking him to basically be
Learn how to
like,
hold a pinch.
No, well, I guess he's from our search, but in terms of respawn, it's like you're asking for a player to not only be the aggressive AR on the team, but be like almost like a superstar AR. Like this team, unfortunately, even if they go into challenges, they're not going to find that. I think unless one player on the team starts to have a very downhill slide where they are getting fucking hoop taped, like they're not going to make a roster change unless it's some sort of systematic issue. The only thing that you could see is if Gwyn is inconsistent and maybe they want somebody that plays very similar to him. They could go with a Hook in the future, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. And on top of that, Gwyn is still very good. So they're not going to make a change. I'm trying to look at your perspective and see options for them, and there is no actual options.
I don't even know why a roster change is.
It's exactly bro, picking up an aggressive, good AR. That's probably the hardest role in the game to play. By the way. Especially in this game, being the aggressive AR in this COD is hard as a motherfucker. So the fact that Reese is playing it even this well when he is not seasoned at that role, it's just not possible. And then, like I said, there's not really any viable options there for their team. I think they're fine. They're not making a change for a very long time. If I this year. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they just gotta. The S&D was good today, even though they were trolling in the beginning.
Gwyn is funny, bro. I wasn't saying to drop him. I'm trying to look at if there's systematic issues, theory crafting replacements for people based on performance or systematic issues, and there just isn't any.
I'm so tired of Reese getting short sold. He's been dropped from every fucking team that he's ever been on, and I feel like nobody actually gives him the credit that he deserves, because this style of conversation always gets started. He got dropped last year from Minnesota, and it was the worst roster change that I can remember in recent memory.
Awful roster change. Horrible.
They got unequivocally worse immediately. Reese is on this team playing the perfect way, doing damage, sacrificing his life the way that needs to be played. If he's bad at search, fucking so be it. You have 3 incredible S&D players on your team. If he can iron a pinch, sure. But the fact that if he gives me a 0.95 to a 1.1 with most damage on his team, that's his job, period. That's it.
He always plays. I don't know if you guys have noticed this. He's always playing the hardest role on his team.
Correct.
In terms of how he positions, where he is, and granted that's his play style. That's the niche he fit into when he's been playing COD. But he's always the initiator, the hardest role on the team. He does.
Is he not flexing right now? Too? He's flexing right now, isn't he?
He used this up today. He's
in the hardest role.
I just hate that Reese is just getting short sold on every roster that he's on, bro. He's playing good ball right now. He's playing.
I want to see more of that 3 sub, because when they were doing it on LAN, it was very effective. And again, bro, it's hard. It's harder now with this meta. The protocol is bad because his team on paper to be excellent protocol.
You think the flex role is the hardest role?
No, I'm talking about an aggressive AR. The aggressive AR is hard. When you actually have to bro, he's playing with Austin. No offense to Austin, but Austin is definitely on the slower end of the spectrum when it comes to assault rifle players. He's playing the aggressive AR in a game that doesn't even favor the AR right now. So yes, it is and the flex role is the hardest role. It's yes, you have the freedom, but with that freedom comes an expectation to do well and be effective in every single do. Because when you pull out that sub to make a play, you got to be effective in that sub. When you pull out that AR and start getting in the mix too, you have to play well, while everyone else can kind of just fits into their comfortability. Yes, the flex is the hardest. You have to be good with both things.
Yeah. Who do we know? Who do they play next? Minnesota Rock or Ben in Carolina? What are some of their matchups coming up? Because Carolina's 1-2 now in the stage. And Rockers 2-1. I mean, I saw somebody say that.
One of them get Falcons Bucks, right?
Well, Carolina plays Optic tomorrow, and I believe Minnesota plays Vegas on Sunday. So Vegas.
That's a win.
Yeah, Rockers should be 3-1 going this minor tournament, and they got Face Thieves in Vancouver coming up. So they can finish 3-4, but they should get in on a 3-4 record. Carolina's the one that's got a trickier situation. Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe they carry momentum. Optic on, not as much practice as some of these other teams. Maybe they get a back-to-back win and go 2-0 this week.
What's Carolina?
Financial goals. At Fidelity, we know that everyone's got them, and they're all different. But the one thing we share, we all want to get to them sooner.
in his schedule?
After Optic, Cloud9, Miami, Vegas. So it's doable to make a bracket, but they're gonna have to beat.
Yeah, they have some decent teams that
C9
are on the upswing, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get to Miami in a sec, but C9 also looked good today too. So.
I mean, they're playing the Vegas Falcons. I mean, we'll get there. We'll get there.
It just looked good recently.
I got a lot to say about the Vegas Falcons today, man. I got a lot to say.
Oh, shit.
I mean, don't we all? I mean, dude, it's been pretty bad to watch.
I'm tired of talking about them, so hopefully I'm spending an hour doing it.
But yeah, any other final thoughts here in this one with Carolina going up against Minnesota? Any final thoughts, guys?
No. Can you pump the Zetos real quick?
Yeah.
People were talking about Minnesota experimenting with the maps on this one. I want to see.
Minnesota banned red card hardpoint, and they picked Skyline hardpoint, and then they banned Protocol S&D, and they banned Control, Hacienda Control.
The scroll up, wait, you said they banned
red card hardpoint. Yep, they banned red card, and they picked Skyline.
No, I don't think they experimented very well, or they experimented very much.
No,
Maybe they're.
That's still worth hardpoint, so I think it's just like it is what it is. But Skyline and Zin. I mean, Carolina's record on Skyline isn't that good, so I think it's just map one mix.
They thought they were going to get a favorable control because they're pretty good at Vol and they're good at Protocol, and they just went for like CQC like esque maps and those HPs, and they're pretty good at they're good at Protocol. Like so they got Protocol on both. Like if you look at the vetoes, they pretty much had a favorable veto like for at least like 2 of the maps. So they just underperformed. It had nothing to do with the vetoes.
And yeah, what Brian sent in, what we talked about, bro. Get these guys. Don't play this rocker team on Vol. See them on another map. I like that from you guys, Brian. You got a good set today.
Yeah, Protocols are like second best map, but Ravens are good at it too. So like, it's really bad.
All right. Any other final thoughts before we move on to the next one? All right. Sounds good. Let's move on to the second series of the day. We got the Miami Heretics going up against the Los Angeles Guerrillas. This was another series that ended in a 3-0, very similar to the first series, 250 to 193 in the hard point. Another round 11 here in the map number 2, and a 3-1 victory in control. Wow, this is like identical to the first series. We'll scroll down, take a look, and oh my lord, it's a red carpet for the Los Angeles Guerrillas. It's a red carpet. We got a 1.04 from Lucky, a 1.09 from Metals, a 1.21 from Real. That's good work from Sam's fantasy player right there. You got Redcore with a 0.89, and he got kind of pooped on today, but it didn't matter. And then the other side, you got a 0.98 from Kismet, a 0.88 from Lunars, a new pickup, the rookie coming in, a 0.95 from Lins, and a 0.94 from Skies. Everybody getting pooped on from LAG. And
Look at the interactions, Tom, on that too. I don't know who had more concrete shoes on that team.
We'll talk about it for sure.
Okay.
We'll talk about it. And then we got Real, MVP of the series, 1.20 in the hard point, a 1.0 in the surge, and a 1.32 in the control. Yeah, I'll start it off. I'll start off. Love little guys at LAG. They're all great guys. This team needs to blow it up, man. This team needs to blow it up. They don't move. They don't move on the map. It's so frustrating to watch. It doesn't matter how many kills they get. It looks like they just don't want to make a play and don't want to move. And sometimes they just don't look like they're on the same page. I mean, even the way that they're playing rotations. I mean, one clear as day that popped up in my head is the one me and Sam were talking about at the end of the ball hard point, the P2 when
P2
picked
is
up.
inexcusable.
Yeah, I mean, we can go back and watch it. We can go back and watch the P2, but bro, they actually look lost. And there's nothing I hate more than seeing people get kills and not move. Press the left stick down, please, and run and go. Bro, some of these players, like, I don't think they realize how hard they're making the game for themselves. And when you watch LAG play, the game looks impossible. Like, they're all talented players. They're just playing the game wrong. They're just simply playing the game wrong. And I feel like they really need to go back and I mean, I'm sure they've been doing this, but watching VOD and maybe watching some of the top teams and trying to mimic how they play. Duarte, I know you say this all the time. Like, if you're a bottom league team, like if you're at the bottom of the league, the best thing you can do is try and mimic the top teams and just copy what they're doing. And I don't know why LAG's not doing that, or maybe they're trying to do that or what, but there's got to be something wrong with this team. It's got to be a communication problem or something, bro, because they're not on the same page. There's something wrong with them.
This couldn't have been the most fucking obvious roster change that they could have made, and they didn't fucking make it. The fact that they didn't bring Huke onto this team is mind-blowing. You can say what you want about Huke's on-LAN performances or whatever, even though he played at least statistically well at the last LAN. But even online, like this team needs wins. If they put Hook on this roster, bro, Hook not only commands teammates because he's always initiating but communicating effectively, like he's fucking screaming war comms. He initiates, he brings fucking pace, and he actually not only was Optic prior to the major, right, one of the best hardpoint and search teams. Hook was a fucking catalyst to that. He had a lot of maps where he was frying in those HPs. He's a good initiator at S&D, which is something they need. They have like the worst first blood percentage in the fucking league. Why the fuck did they not pick up Hook?
Did you want them to switch like kids to a flex?
Okay,
or did you want them to pick up Liz's
as far as like in terms of like what they do with their ARs, I'm not entirely sure if they like result to moving people to or an AR
that's
that
what,
currently.
like, if you want them to get Tyler, I feel like
that's the confusing spot. That's the confusing part. But no offense to anyone, and I've already said this. I talked about this on Twitter. I think Linz is a good player. I think he just does not fit on this team, and they need someone like Hook because no offense to Linz, Hook is better than Linz. Period. And he's going to be more effective. He's going to bring more to this team than Linz currently does. And it's
they
not
might have a pacing issue, Chris, if it's Lunar, Skies, Hook, and Kismet.
Okay. Well, this is what, like I said, in terms of what they do with their ARs and how they like maneuver that roster change, I don't know if they're gonna like move like let's say Kismet to a flex or even Linz to a flex. Like I said, I don't know where that goes. But if I'm just going sub for sub, Hook should be on this fucking team. Period. Like I think he would mesh well with his. They would be fucking in ass. And on top of that, bro, maybe if Skies if they're committed to keeping Skies, right, because he brings this whole leadership aspect to the team and he's communicative or whatever. Blah blah. I know, Sam. But if they're committed,
20 points.
Listen,
they're
if they're
50 out of 8.
Listen to me. If they're committed to this, I'm not saying they should. If they're committed to this fucking whole thing, at least if Skies is fucking going to be a metal boots on the map, maybe he'll be more effective if he actually has more players that are running out in front of him and being effective and not just getting hard baited and not getting a kill. Because if there's one thing that Hook is good at is flying at people regardless of where the fuck his ARs are or what the fuck they're doing. He finds a way to be effective. He's good as fuck at this game. It fits him. Like as far as his land stuff, that's, another conversation to be had later down the line. But this team needs wins online, period.
Well, I mean,
why the fuck did they not pick this?
Pretty good at Major 1.
It's a good crash out, Chris.
W
crash out.
We said it on the last show. If Hook is not on this team, like, I am going to be mind blown. I don't know.
Like they're changing. To be fair, I actually don't think they're
I think that Lunars is good.
I think Lunars is good too.
But he plays like Skies.
He does play like Skies. And I will preface this.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a hot take. I think Preston has been better than Caesar this year. So to see them take that route makes me think that there's just like some sort of like internal thing with the way that Caesar's on the team. I get that. Caesar switched his playstyle at the end of last year, and it has not changed since. And it is not a good one. It is not a productive one, and I need more from him, period. I need him to left stick, and I need him to do it now. I'm sorry, Caesar. Caesar's one of my good friends in this community. He's a great guy. I fucking love Caesar to death. That guy doesn't move anymore. He was moving all of last year until the very end when he just like defaulted to like letting Dante and Hydra like just hard carry and like do all of the slaying. But prior to that, he was playing good COD. He was playing well. And now, from the end of last year up till this point, he's been playing the same way, and it's metal boots, default hill, and he just completely changed.
Default hill in the first half, but also
and you just can't play like that. It's not in Black Ops 6 specifically. It is a liability to have one of your AR players play like that. Period. It is a liability. You're never gonna win doing that.
I don't want to shit on Lunars because he doesn't play the best, but he's coming into a system that's already like not the best, so it's going to be even harder. But let me preface this by, yes, it was Challengers, but in his Challengers team, he had fucking Craze and Neptune. If you know anything about fucking Craze, and you've already seen Neptune play, those guys are literally fucking just sprinting. Literally head smashing into the objective. Like, it's going to be easier for him to play his role and to be comfortable when he is playing with players that are playing that aggressive. And if this team, and this team is not bringing that, like consistently at least, like I said, this couldn't have been a more fucking obvious Hook team. Period.
What would you guys do?
They would help them.
Well, hold on, before we move on, Pat, what do you think about LAG, Pat? I mean, these guys are getting fucking pooped on right now.
I mean, I wasn't impressed by Lunars at all, and I know, Chris, you're gonna say like came into a bad position, but I was expecting And we talked about this before. Sometimes when rookies come in, like, they're either the truth or they're just mediocre. I was impressed. But as far as LAG as a whole, I mean, I've been saying it, bro. Like, this team needs to blow it up. I've been on that way for a long time. I'm still mind blown. I mean, I think Preston getting dropped was by far justified. But this is not a one-person change team. These guys here I dropped too. And I agree with who picked up. And Chris, you keep wording it like who performance on land. We gotta clarify what this means. Kyler does not play bad on land. It's playing with him. The way he plays on land throws you off as a team. Like it's not about his individual skill level. It's about his decision making and the way the way he creates like dynamic is not good on land. But he performs well. He will always perform well. And
he's just a variable, and it's hard to be consistent around that kind of player.
But at this point, like LAG can't get killed. They can't do anything right. Like they just suck. So yeah, this team needs to make more changes.
They don't have the privilege of being like of Kyler's downside being a problem.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they don't have the issue where like Kyler's like taking the wrong route is the reason that like things are getting weird. They can't even get to like step A.
Exactly.
Kyler being on the team would make them 100% better in
this game. I don't know about you.
He's had a couple maps. I'm not. Yeah, he's been okay.
But compared to like when he came in the league and we were like, damn, this guy is not next up, but like this guy's a shooter. Like I don't know if it's this game in particular, but I haven't seen him play that level.
I'll defend him there.
He's been alright. He's been alright.
He has not been like rookie of the year how he was last year, but I think he's been like serviceably good.
But is that not like a concern, like for building a team around? I mean, this is obviously like the gentleman squad. Like Lynn fits into this. It's like I don't know if he feels that like this is their guy going forward. Because that's the problem with me when I look at this team. Is like I just don't know, like. Are they gonna have superstar potential going forward?
They have a bad combination of playstyles.
Yeah,
like they do. They have like they kind of just have like two like hyper aggressive subs and two super slow ARs, right? So like when you watch them play, they're just not working together. Like I even think a communication problem could be a thing here. Like I feel like their comms got to be off or something. Like
I think what Chris has said is the nail on the head. Like, I'm going to use the P2 thing from today. I think what Chris said is the nail on the head. If I'm going 1-for-1 and Linz is making plays like how he did on the P2 today, if you want to pull the clip up, I'm taking Kyler 100% of the time. If my sub player is going to make that play because Kyler makes those kinds of plays and Linz makes those kinds of plays, I'm taking Kyler 100%
He's just better.
of the time.
He's just better at what he does.
No offense to Linz, of course, you know.
Who made this squad?
Bro, the shit that I saw Linz do today at the end of that vault, if I have Kyler on my team, I would just rather have I'd just rather have Kyler in that spot. If they're both gonna make that kind of play, I'd rather just have Kyler giving me 1.2.
But I also want to say like this is also like this might even be like a leadership problem or like an analyst coaching thing. Like
this is finable. This is a finable play by Linz.
Yeah, dude, I don't know why.
This is a finable play.
Bro, we've seen this happen so many times.
This is D-Real's team, is it not? Like, I feel like he's got to know. Like,
yeah, but they probably all wanted to run it back and like it just maybe he took it one too far.
Even after opening it up, Sam, with 2 kills, they still get broke because of how bad their setup was.
It is a miracle they got a 2-piece in the first place. Bro, he spawned back P2. P1 is ending. He has 2 teammates pushed out at Old and B Street, and he goes B Street to fight these guys. And Kiz is literally probably screaming for fucking help on New. Like, look at the minimap. I guarantee you every person in chat could tell me what Linz should have done in this situation. Like, that is insane to me. Insane. If I have a sub player, Linz in this situation, or Kyler, I'm picking Kyler. Sorry.
He's got the free opportunity to go to the best spot for a sub on this hill, too, which is even more hilarious.
Yeah, and then as you see the rest of this play out,
literally the feast go on a fucking 6-free spot. He doesn't fucking take it.
Yeah, I mean, bro, we've seen this happen too on these P2 hard points, bro, where people don't they don't do the easy part and just pick a pool. Like people just waltz through front and just break this hill.
LAG does pick up the pool and go his favorite play on this map.
The Bulldog does it all the time. Yeah,
pick up pool, and then once you get help, go cat and be fucking lost on the map in the spot that you should be in to begin with.
Is that a comms thing? Is that just like a not fundamentally understanding what you need to do off of spawn is that like that is an insane blackout to me. Like when I see that happen, I'm like, this guy is either one, just completely unaware of what's going on the map, or two, it's just like terrible comms.
Also, granted, they lost this HP. Their problem in the first place with their old roster wasn't even their HP. It was their search.
We haven't even got to the 5-2 yet.
Yeah, we'll get to the S&D later.
It's their S&D. Do they like? That's what I'm saying. It might be like a leadership problem. It could be also like D-Real's like their coach. Like he probably helps with roster decisions too. Like, do they not realize their issues on their team? Like they are the worst First Blood team. They are one of the worst Game 5 teams. It's not the worst Game 5 team. They're not very good at search. Why the fuck are they picking up Lunars? Not that Lunars is bad, and I still think Lunars could be good on this team with with Hook as well. This couldn't have been a more obvious fucking change, and I don't know why, or like maybe Hook has some bad rep here that we don't know about as to why they didn't consider him, or maybe like their subs are just undroppable. Maybe they're committed to this fucking having like a French player on their team. But hell, even if they were, maybe move someone over there. I don't fucking know. Why is this guy not on this team? It's immediately an upgrade. They fucking trolled. And I feel like they're going to be the same, if not worse.
I was going to say, this is also the end game at the very end here, where we just think Caesar needs to like make a play. I mean, look at the time limit right now. Look at the score. Miami's got this rotation. Like, Caesar has to just try and make a play here and get across and like make this hectic. But he just stands there. He literally just holds and stands there. And he did that the rotation prior to. And look how early he gets there. He takes the route initially. Like, he takes the route, but he just doesn't try and push through. He doesn't. I don't know what his thought process was here, to be honest. Just sitting here, just L-triggering. Look at him. He's just sitting, just L-triggering, right? Just sitting here, still there, right? Rial's like, okay, boom, he's dead. GG, it's over, right? Like, dude, you did the initial part. You took initiative to go off spawn and take the long route, but then he just stopped midway through and just blacked out and just sat there. And he did it the rotation before that too. Like, bro, you have to hit timings in COD. Like, you have to take a risk there. Like, there's no other play. Like, bro, slide to the car, try and like chow something, like be a nuisance, like try and make a play, like be an impact. Like, sitting there all that, even if he sits there and just sits there on his L trigger and he gets one kill, it's not even gonna do anything. They don't get anything from it. It's just like, dude, sometimes you watch these guys and you're like, bro, like,
yeah, the shallow left stick back.
Tom,
just make a play. Like, make a fucking play.
They're 2-9 in the league. You talked to a lot of pros. They're probably one of the worst team in scrims. They're just a bad team right now. I think you look at the data in which they're, bottom categories and like whole percentage. Don't even get to the S&D stats where they're basically 11th to 12th and everything. They're just a bad team. Working one move is not enough. I mean, they've got to realize the situation they're in. They are 50 points away from Boston and 8th.
You can even look at their engagements.
Brother, it's the second stage, and they're 50 points out of 8th right now.
I'm picking up Kyler tomorrow, and I don't.
Bro, they are. If this is not rock bottom, and they're not like really like hitting the panic button, then they are in supreme denial of the situation.
They're blessed that Kyler's one available, but two, that like if bro, you have to get him. I understand that you've built with Linz in this situation or Caesar, whoever you want to end up sticking with. I think Kiz has been also very good at this game. Underrated player. I think he's just, on this team, unfortunately. But I think Kiz has actually been very good at this game. I think you just hit up Kyler, bro. It makes perfect sense. Chris hit the nail on the fucking head. You need chaos with this team. You need playmaking ability. This team is so one-dimensional. They're so cookie cutter. They have no left stick. And that's all Kyler is left stick two-piece. Sometimes to his own detriment, sure. But that's what this team needs, period.
Look at Seattle. They picked up fucking Neptune, and Neptune's a very similar player to Kyler. Great at search, fucking initiator, runs forward, gets kills. And Seattle, immediately, all their players look better. All the people that were dropping fucking .6s, .7s, blaming online, now they're like, oh, I don't give a fuck if I'm in Vancouver. I have fucking Neptune on my team. I'm going to run it down anyways. Like,
Map's easier when your subs are getting two pieces.
We can move to the S&D combo. I mean, LAG, Chris, I want your reaction.
Without a sound.
No, I'm just saying they seem to be shit talking this COD team or player or whatever.
From them.
Oh, well, that explains it, I guess.
The truth lies in darkness. Brave the shadows, find the truth. Balance is a fool's
First blood.
Apparently, P-Dog, when they were down, when they were up 5-2, apparently Preston sent the watch party like, chill, it's not over yet, right? Like, yeah, everybody wait. And then they came back on, and it's like, yeah, P-Dog's probably seen that one too many times, right? Like, it's almost like he knew it was coming. Like, he knew it was coming, and... Go ahead, Ben, go ahead.
The core of this team, the core of this team was a great search team last year, and for the most part a year before, obviously outside of that one stage, they got one before by Tyler or whatever. This year, they are last in win percentage, last in first blood percentage, or second to last in first blood percentage, and last in first blood win percentage. So not only can't they get first bloods, they can't close out the rounds in which they are 4v3.
Yeah, but this game is also completely different search-wise. Like, it's literally just a lot of it's just bang-outs, where like MW3 was a lot more like
I hear
like
you.
timings, alert, like late hit, like it's way more methodical search. Like
I think this search in this game is TDM.
For search in this, if you're good, like for the most part, if you're pretty good at respawn in this game, you'll be good at search just because of how brain dead it is. Like on
But
those
that's
maps.
not the first 5-2 lead that they've blown. Like they are still getting into trouble on some of these maps where they can't close out and search. That's why they've lost 12 times.
You know what I'll say about their search? I think it's a great analogy for the people that watch the games today. We saw how Ravens played their offenses on red card, right? Like they went A the first time, Teach solo planted, it didn't work. They're like, okay, fine, whatever. Like, let's try it again. They go the second time. They bring Austin with him the second time. It doesn't work. Like, okay, whatever. The third time, they 3-stack it and let Austin hold the pinch. Guess what? They won the round 11. Like, when you watch LAG play in this protocol specifically, they let Miami plant the fucking bomb every single round. They were playing P4 retakes. Again, I'm going to use chat. How hard is it to retake a P4 on fucking protocol hardpoint? It's pretty impossible, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, and you have to defuse.
And you have to defuse the bomb. If you're LAG and you're going to concede a P4 plant every single round, no fucking wonder you got 5-2'd. Austin, I don't want to hear it.
LAG is, and again, I don't know if it has this factored in. They've retaken that bomb 22% of the time.
Paco said, give them time to adapt. They just made a change. Is he trolling or is he being serious?
That's friendship cheese.
Is that friendship cheese?
That's one of ring together cheese.
Paco, these guys are terrible right now, Paco.
That's one of ring together cheese.
No,
If
he's
they
trolling.
were
He's trolling.
20 or 30 points out of 8th, it'd be like, okay, you can make that up in a weekend. The problem that they're in is they're in 11th. The teams in front of them, Cloud9 playing much better, Vancouver playing much better. We've talked a lot about Boston and Broncos. How are you catching up to those teams in their current form? That deficit is only going to get bigger.
I don't think that they're making change, respectfully.
Yeah, I don't think they are.
I know that it's week 2 of stage 2, and I know that's an absurd thing to say, bro. I think that they probably aren't making change.
Not without a big rush change.
They need a spree. They need like a 5-2 stage, top like 4, like bang for them to do that. And right now with this team, they're not doing that.
Preston's on the bench, right? He's not officially
Yeah,
he's on the bench.
You want to pile on even more, Tom?
What?
Their remaining schedule display.
Oh,
The
no.
Vancouver Surge.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Cloud9, New York, and Vegas after the minor tournament. And then Atlanta FaZe and Optic Texas last week.
All right, so they got some tough matchups ahead of them. I mean, they get.
Well, I mean,
Hopefully they can win a hard. Hey, Vegas
those are
might beat
still
them at a hard
winnable.
point. Vegas might beat these
Outside of
guys at a hard
FaZe-
point, man.
Outside of FaZe, those are still winnable.
Are you picking them to be Vancouver or Cloud9 right now?
I'm not picking them in any of those.
They're
I'm
winnable
saying
enough.
They're
They're
still
winnable.
winnable. It's
Yeah,
not
they
like
are
they're
winnable.
like it's not like those teams have looked perfect. Like,
yeah.
I mean, Vancouver looked great last weekend. Cloud9, I'm not convinced that, but I think C9 I definitely picked. They're definitely not beating FaZe or Optic unless those teams are
Let's calm down. They're definitely
Call
not being
of Duty.
phased, but everyone else is
I just want them to go forward, bro. I want them to hit a timing. I want them to make a play and respawn. I want or search. I just want them to
100%, bro.
fucking be
Please,
proactive
dude.
on the map,
Please,
bro.
be
I want
proactive.
them to do something. Like fucking
Bro, Sam,
move.
I'd rather watch
It's
them
shocking.
try and be an impact and fail than just
Make
do
them-
nothing
if
at
you-
all.
Bro, if
right?
you're trying to
Like-
make the play and you die, that's fine. You hit a timing and you lost the 1v1, whatever. I would rather watch that a million times than watch Caesar pre-aim for 12 seconds with 10 seconds to win on a Vault P4 rotation.
Honestly, I think
Go forward.
it's shocked. I'm done. It's shocked.
What do you mean? It's shocked.
It's
infuriating.
If Hook is
to
not on this
watch.
team after this weekend, even
but
tomorrow, bro. I'm not
I
picking
gotta-
them to win a single
I gotta
match, bro.
ask
I
a
don't care
question.
anymore.
I gotta
Can't
ask
be
a
tomorrow because their roster lock is what's
I
up,
don't
right?
care.
because I think we're all in agreement here. But Chris and Sam, y'all both picked LAG to win today.
I did. I thought they would honeymoon.
Wait, hold
thought they
on.
would
Wait.
honeymoon
I
Danny,
picked.
but-
Well, I could have changed it because I did see what's his name Easy Max like DM late. But
thought they would honeymoon.
I said one honeymoon, two. I thought Hook was going to join this roster, and then I saw Lunars, and I was like, I don't know.
Hey, whoa! What do you mean? You were like, you don't know. You were advocating for this to go.
No, I was advocating for Hook. I was saying Lunar should be in the league. I didn't say on this team.
I don't think
Wait,
this
can someone find a clip, please? Thank you.
I said Hook should be on this team. I said Hook.
I didn't say who. To be fair, when I did my prediction last week, I said honeymoon was the only reason that I would make any prediction.
He's capping. I
There
said
was
Hook should be on this team.
honeymoon.
Go back and watch me talk about this team. I said Hook should be on this roster. I said it last week.
Somebody's capping. Somebody's fucking capping in here. I don't know who it is. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. But wait, are you guys the only ones who had LG? I had Miami. I'm pretty sure. I had
Wait,
Miami.
literally the only one that picked
February
Miami.
17th, you literally tweeted a picture of the moon.
Well, yeah, because I heard he was getting picked up by a team. Bro, I heard the first day before he got picked up, I said that I thought he was getting picked up by Optics for some reason. Somebody said that.
Yeah, because
and then
Tommy's cousin is tweeting shit.
Yeah,
Vinny's nuts.
and then he was.
Guy's
Then
nuts.
he went
It's
to,
pretty
and
bad
then,
right
and
now.
then he
He's
went to
garbage
LAG.
share source.
And I also wasn't saying based on my tweet like, oh, I'm excited to see Lunar on the team. I just said he's getting picked up. I literally like I what's the word? I posted a meme about it. I did say
You said
it last
he's
week.
coming. Like this guy was about to be him.
I'm saying
was
he's
him
getting
in
picked
Challengers,
up,
to be
and he
fair.
was him in Challengers.
He was.
Listen,
Bro,
it doesn't always translate.
Also, yeah, I also think he's a good player. Also, I wanna go back to a couple fucking players ago. Let's talk about fucking Joe Deceives on LAG, right? He was pretty good, but he wasn't as good as he is now. You're bad team, you're fucking ass. Even Dan Ghosty, completely different player. When he was playing on Optic, he was literally sitting in the fucking hill every single game, and you didn't see the best of him. And now he's on a better team, he's playing well. And even last year, he was playing well. Let's look at fucking Beans. Beans was fucking on Boston. They couldn't win a fucking series. Everyone was roasting him, and I still said he was good. Now he's a lot better on Toronto. If you are a rookie, you come into the fucking situation like this, bro, you're just asking to get fucking
It's
roasted.
just what it is, bro. Like, you just have to prove your worth as a rookie, even if you're on a bad team. Look at Afro all those years ago. Like, he came into a broken London system. People saw the value that he was as a sub, and he was a mainstay until last year. Like, there's just... even if you come into a shit team, you still have to play well. Like, look at Gwyn. Gwyn was on a relatively shit team last year, too. And he won Rookie of the Year. He was, like, undeniable. Like, that's just... it's been one series, so I have zero opinion of Lunar so far, but... I mean, you just have to play well regardless, I think. Like, you have to show promise regardless of what broken system or shit team that you're on.
I just, if they play this way against Vancouver and give the kind of space that they're giving to Neptune in 04 in that team,
I think Nep is going to run all the fuck over them
gonna be
if they play the way they
tomorrow.
play today.
real ugly.
Yeah, how about Miami, huh? I mean, how about Miami? Those guys.
Oh yeah, Miami's in this series.
Miami's in this series as well, guys. I mean, they're also here, and listen. Metals definitely adds some aggression to this roster. Metals is the player who sometimes he fails, but you know he's hitting that go button, right? Like sometimes he might be getting pooped on, and he might have a 0.6, 0.7, but sometimes he's gonna cook, and that's what I love about Metals. Is at least he's got a go button, bro. Huh?
Finn, he took super.
Yeah,
he has super and medals. He has super and medals.
He forgot to make the change.
Oh, you didn't make the
Medals
change.
on the wire right now, though.
I'll pick him up now. And
I forgot to do the little roster change thing, so I still got Skies. At least Skies did good in search, but other than that, I'm
got cost in
I'm so fucked.
No, Caesar did get costed. He was on point. Yes, it did. Caesar was on point. But again, I don't.
Right now.
I think for teams playing Miami, it might be time to consider. They're on a bit of a spree right now in this whole hardpoint situation. Might be time to get them back on the turn form. I really think he's a great rebound for Miami. His last two didn't look good, and supposedly they were picked, whatever. But like, these are the type of series you lose against a honeymoon team. But they iced up today, pulled away in the second half. That's in hardpoint. I don't know how they made a comeback in a single week. And then blew away in the third.
They're playing fucking A-bomb every round without any sort of resistance at all.
Yep. Protocol, Cindy, what a map. Speaking of, there are new maps in the game. Grind and Dealership, which can probably both be used. I know some pros will be like, oh, those maps are shit. Hey, guess what, guys? You're currently playing shit. You're currently playing
has to be better than Protocol.
No, hold on. I talked about this on my stream when it came to these new maps to my chat, but I was basically saying, like, even if some of these maps are like good or playable, we already saw it with other maps. But I remember there was like Hideout and all that stuff, and granted those maps weren't the best, but people were saying, oh, we don't want more bang outs in this year in the rotation, like bang out maps. We already have too many. And I almost just knowing the pros, if there's a map where like people are using 3 subs or even 4 subs, because Dealership is kind of like that even with the sub changes, people aren't going to play it because of it's a bang out map. Like,
yeah, I bet you they didn't even try it.
They don't even try it. And dude, Dan, oh, you guys see that fucking
Dan's
post?
grind take was top 5 worst takes in COD history.
Oh my god.
He was 8 years old and he was saying that grind was a bad BO2 pub. First of all, the take is objectively incorrect. Grind was a fucking fantastic pub map. Fuck you, Dan. Second of all, it's probably going to be a bang out, but guess what? Again, it only has to be better than Skyline or Protocol or any of the other shit maps we have in the pool. It doesn't have to be the greatest
Another thing that blew my mind is, I think he said it wasn't in the rotation. Of course it wasn't in the fucking rotation. BO2's map set after Champs, like the MLG map set, was fucking perfect. We're not replacing any of those maps. It doesn't matter how good Grind was or if it was good, because we had fucking maps like Standoff and Raid and fucking all these maps that were actually good. No shit, we didn't replace the maps.
Banger after banger.
But we don't have Raid
for Grind
and Standoff, motherfucker. We got fucking Protocol.
Yeah.
Involved.
Like, they're so one-dimensional. Both those maps are so one-dimensional maps, bro.
But we tried it. It was horrible in hardpoint and yeah. The only thing it could have possibly been a Modon was
but you guys tested Grind, though?
Like we looked at it. It was a good pub map, but like it was not a competitive map in fun modes. Like
listen,
maybe
it's small. Omni movement makes it even faster. It's probably a 3-1 or a 4 sub map. But guess what? It's better than fucking Vault or Skyline or any of these shit ass maps.
I'm actually about to roast a couple of these maps before we move on. Listen, Protocol has fucking zip lines and basically routes that are like not watchable, right? Not watchable. That's the biggest problem with Protocol. The Vault, there's 2 hills you can get time on. Everything else is a bloodbath, trade fest, fuck fest. No one's getting like concrete time unless the other team is getting absolute World Star, right? And like those 2 maps in specific are fucking horrible. And then they're actual CTE maps. At least with Grind, if you look at the map, you can probably get some solid time on a.
Like, you know, when you eat so much, like you're uncomfortable moving.
Balance is weak. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed. The shadows have enlightened me. Secrets kept, our weapons wasted. Enemy has been slain.
Not fear the shrouded path.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Couple of hills. For fuck's sake, Rewind's not even in the rotation anymore. And Rewind, at least you had to rotate to hills. Nowadays, bro, there's 2 hills on Vault you need to rotate to. Everything else, you don't gotta rotate to it. You just fight from the fucking front and trade. Like, what are we doing here? I think the pros are just so against change, and they just, I don't know. They're just so against change, bro.
I just hope they at least test.
An ally has been
I just want them to
slain.
test it.
Like, have they not? There's a lot of pros in the viewer list right now. There's a lot, and I see a lot of you in the chat. I even see coaches in here. I mean, even going down attached, Clayster, Gwyn, Paco. I mean, Dan Ghosty. I see them all. And Priest is in here. Scrappy's in the viewer list. I'm just gonna expose Simpson here. Slasher, TJ. All right, I see everybody in the viewer. Are you guys testing these maps? I mean, hey, are you testing them at least?
Granted, they don't have time. They don't have time right now. Like,
what do you mean they don't got time? They got nothing else to do.
Well, no, what I'm saying is like they're practicing for their matches and major. It's not going to be in the matches.
You throw them in during sprints. You throw them in.
I'm not saying
Last
they.
map of the set.
I'm not saying they can't. I'm saying like I can see why they wouldn't. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Like,
I can't. I can't at all.
I'm saying
why
I can
they
see the
wouldn't.
justification.
Brother, it takes 15-20 minutes max to test out 2 maps. 20 minutes you can do let's say 30 minutes. Let's say 30 minutes.
I'm in agreement with you.
20 to 30 minutes.
I'm looking at it from both sides, bro.
There's no 2 sides on this shit.
There ain't no 2 sides, man. They don't give a fuck.
Listen. There is a proven, tried and true played map that we have in the game right now that requires 0 testing and rewind. I think before anything happens, that map will be added for 2 game modes. I think that, like, obviously there's testing for other maps, sure.
At least
But at least rewind should be played for hardpoint or SMD.
Do they pros practice SD, no?
Yeah, they play that.
Okay, so why can't they throw them in an at least search? Gotta give them a try, bro. All right, some of these maps in respawn sure probably won't work. I don't know. Listen, I played some of the new maps in respawn. I don't think they're any worse than what we're playing now, to be honest with you. So I don't really know what their argument is. But at least SD, come on, bro. Look at what we're playing, bro. Vault and Protocol are so one-dimensional. Fuck it, even Skyline is one-dimensional.
Skyline's the worst search map.
Brother, they are terrible. They do the same thing every round. Every single round, they do the same thing.
Wait, Austin, why aren't you allowed?
Austin said, wait, to be fair, we aren't allowed. Oh, here we go. This is where we start talking about Spence, GA chats. I mean, this is fucking...
I forgot. I can't. Somebody told me, and I can't remember who it was, that they said that they're not allowed to go back on changes. I swear. I think it might have been.
That's brain dead.
It was in that DM.
I think
it's brain dead.
it was, right? I remember reading it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna add them. Yeah,
why can't we go back on changes? Let's add them. Who was it? Spin and Spence?
Something involving.
It's Spencer.
Why?
There are players that want to play rewind.
Why? That seems so arbitrary. What? Just fucking check the box.
Chris and I were in the DM bullshitting about the meta with players a couple, or maybe last show or the show before. We were asking about map set and things like that, and people were saying that it's not up to them.
How does that make any remote possible?
We didn't dig any deeper. We didn't ask any questions. Do with that information what you will.
I'm questioning is what the fuck I'm doing, because that's the stupid shit I've heard on the show. And I had a crazy take about Reese Vivid 20 minutes ago.
Shelly thinks that Minnesota Rockers are going to win the event, so I've heard it all. I know he's in chat.
In the last 2 days.
Yeah, and while the pros are here too, we can talk about snipers as well. I mean, dude, come on.
How we doing, huh? Those Falcons.
Tom bringing this shit up again.
I mean, listen, bro. All I'm saying is, bro, go back and watch these S&Ds, bro. These are like.
We can't go back on the changes, bro. We can't allow snipers anymore.
Yeah, no, that's yeah, okay. They just change the rules as they go. They just make
But
shit
Austin,
up as
that's
they
not
go,
even
bro.
true because Red Card was the least played map in stage 1. I thought. Rewind was not the least played map.
Yes, it was.
The
Yes, it
least
was.
played
In
map,
hardpoint,
In hardpoint it was.
Not
the
in
least
Surge.
played map is a statistic that needs a
In
lot of
hardpoint,
content.
it was Rewind. In Search and Destroy, it was not Rewind. It was Red Card. I'm pretty sure.
Because there are a lot of reasons why a map might get vetoed. And it's not just because the map sucks, I'll tell you that. So, like, that can't be an arbitrary way to make a decision because it literally is...
I'm pretty sure Breaking Point made the stats public with vetoes and play rate, and I'm pretty sure Rewind Hardpoint was the least played, but SMD was not.
Yeah, and I actually didn't mind. At least both bomb sites are being used. At least on Rewind, both bomb sites are being used. Both of them. Right?
Rewind Search is objectively better than 3 of the maps that we have in the pool currently.
But I've been said this, bro. People don't veto shit on whether a map is bad. Like no one, and even the first major or first major stage.
There's LSD's cats in here. Ernie said, "Who else is fried as fucking here?" That guy's a moron. And we got Dan Ghosty, and we also can't test grind, by the way. Why can't they test? What do you mean you can't test?
They're not on the current patch.
They're not on the current patch.
Yeah, but you could still, couldn't you just go on the new patch you get a plan eventually?
Yeah,
That's
can't
it.
you
I mean, yeah, but that's listen. I'm telling you right now, switching accounts to play one map
Then
is
go play
absolutely out of the realm of possibility. I'm telling you right now. Them playing a whole script set and switching accounts to play one map is absolutely out
These guys
of
play
the equation.
S&D 8s every night. They play S&D 8s every fucking night.
Why
Why
don't
don't
they
they
play
run?
SND8s on their default account or on their esport account?
No, they play on the default because they play with like
Yeah, look, bro,
kids
they
like
can't
Hyde.
even use
They'll play
streaks
with
yet.
Illy.
Yeah, look, they can't
Football.
even use streaks yet, bro. What are we talking about?
Yeah, the game
We
is broken.
can't even
too.
call it.
I mean, hey, listen, S&D 8s tonight, maybe we should start seeing some new maps being thrown. Just give them a try, bro. Just give them a try.
Thing is, they're playing for
probably be
money.
better.
They're playing for money in there. No one wants to put. No one's gonna put up money to fucking play grind S&D.
Bro, how much money are they putting up, bro? How much money they put?
Oh no, I saw fucking Illy lose a $500 chow against an Optic.
We're getting
Halo
ran by
pro,
Halo
so.
kids, bro. Lock the fuck in.
Bro, they're throwing up $500 for 1v1s on Skyline. You're telling me they can't throw up 100 each for to test out some new maps?
I'm not defending the pros by any means, by the way. I'm just like looking at it like, dude, from their perspective, they're not getting any support from the league to a degree. Like, bro, streaks aren't even fucking being allowed to be used because of like the fucking glitches. Like, but their all-time motivation for like testing shit and like trying to improve the game, yes, it should be self-motivated. But with the fact that the league is willing to let the game, with the league willing to let the fucking game go to shit, even in the league client, is fucking disgraceful. And it definitely is like not motivating them at all to do anything. So,
I'm sorry, I just can't get over the fact that if this is true that they removed Rewind because it was the like least played map, and they just can't reverse the decision because that's an arbitrary decision, even though Rewind coming in makes the map feel better. Like, do we have an IQ of 40?
I just don't
like,
get
are we like
esports like Valve races
Soviet
these
Russia?
maps all the time? Why not just fucking Spence could play Skyline on S&D. Put in Rewind, bro. The map sucks dick.
Yeah,
What are we doing?
I'm actually so confused like how things actually got to this point, bro. It's actually insane.
Scrap is so fun. So let's go for it. You guys see that map?
Brother, I'm not even trolling. Watching you guys on a fucking speed train is more fucking entertaining than protocol and fucking ball. Yeah, to go with them. Fucking asshole. Alright, let's go for the next series because this one was fucking, this was a great matchup. This was a great
We're not
matchup here.
crashing hard enough on the show.
You know, I mean, talk about a competitive series here, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, listen, these guys are horrible, man. These guys are horrible. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know the basics of COD. I'm sorry, they just don't know the basics. Like as far as like flipping spawns, setting up, working trades, like they don't know the basics. They just don't know the.
Fell off the cliff, bro.
Brother, it's not even like I don't even want to point them out individually. Bro, I'm sure they're all like talented, right? They're all like mechanically like they look good, like they can shoot straight. Well, they can shoot straight, Sam, but they just
everyone can shoot straight. It's fucking dynamic aim
what I'm
assist.
saying.
Except for me.
That's where I'm going with this shit.
Everyone
They're
can,
lost
bro.
on a map. They are lost. They don't know what's going on. Bro, they don't know what's going on.
Blows. I have to watch Falcons with 10 points to everyone they play for the rest of the year. They're probably not going to win a series, barring some fucking friendship bullshit. Fucking, I'm not trying against Falcons because we're both not qualified for champs LAG at the end of the year. Falcons fucking suck.
They're
suck.
terrible. They're so
And
bad.
the fact that I have to watch them play these series is depressing to the CDL. I'm so serious.
I got
It's
a comment in the
fucking
beginning of my
depressing.
stream today
It's
saying that we're
fucking
bullying them. We're bullying them, guys. By the way, we're bullying them.
Why did you buy a spot and make us watch the worst fucking COD of the last 5 years? Why?
I mean,
Just
I
go
mean-
buy LAT. Go offer him $1 million.
I mean, listen,
Why
bro.
am I watching Wixel and his fucking school friends get trick shotted? What's the point? Tell me, are any of these 4 players on the team next year?
This is a
Tell me.
weird situation.
No. Are any of these 4 players in the league next year?
No.
No.
Why the
there's no
fuck am I watching them play COD?
This is one of those situations.
I'm
I just
sorry, bro. I'm not
wonder-
sugarcoating it. I'm over watching this series. I'm over it, bro. I don't care. I'm over it.
It's really bad. Like it's
fucking horrible.
Like, bro, they don't even. I'm telling you, they don't know the basics. Like just the basics, like Call of Duty 101. Like they struggle with COD 101. Like I don't understand. Which is really weird because I was watching them on stream, fucking in scrims, playing Fellows team, and they look fucking like the best team in the world. But I'm telling you, when we get to these matches, like these pro matches, bro, I don't know if it's a nerds thing or what. I don't know what's going on, but brother, something needs to happen here, bro. I don't know if they need to like maybe bring in some guys from the academy team, or maybe
They've already brought in almost everybody from the fucking academy team.
or maybe
Everybody's
okay,
fucking
well
squad.
then bring in some fucking NA players or something. Like you gotta bring in some players that are actually
Bro,
gonna
I said
compete
this
here,
shit. I said this shit.
They haven't won
These guys
Hardpoint.
even joined the
They
league,
haven't
bro.
won
What
They're
they
0-18 in Hardpoint.
Bro, what they were in EU Challengers, this is before they were picked up in the league. Yes, they won they won in the league, but after that, their placements were okay in the entire like Challenger spectrum, and that's in EU. And no offense to EU, like granted, there's great teams there, and it's very top heavy. There's definitely more competition in A. So like the fact that they're not even at the top of the EU Challenger spectrum, the whole time is already alarming when you're bringing these guys into the fucking league. Like, what are we doing?
Bro, chat, first of all, nobody mentioned ASIM, chat. Okay, you guys mentioned ASIM, and even if you bring in ASIM, a one-person change ain't gonna do shit.
Guess what? ASIM
You
have a
can't do
0.5 too.
What the fuck is ASIM gonna do? I love ASIM. He can't do nothing. Okay, throw in ASIM. What's
taking long rounds.
Bro, that's
What
not
is
gonna
taking
do
long
anything.
rounds? They're all gonna
That
turn,
is
brother.
not gonna do anything. You have to remove the whole roster and build a completely new roster of NA talent. It's the only way. It really is the only way. Maybe if you want to keep one of these guys, like I don't know, like if they see something in one of these guys, but like the whole
The only guy you would keep is the guy who had to leave and can't play.
He's not even here anymore. He knew where this shit was going. He said, I'm not going winless, and he fucking left.
What's the trigger for this org to do that, right? Is it like, are they gonna have an internal conversation and eventually like they just have the free license to go see what's out there in NA and EU? Is it gonna be like, this part I don't know, is it like a league or an ownership conversation?
Why
They're
did
politely
they,
suggested to make a more competitive team. Like, I don't know how it's supposed to happen.
You want to know my goddamn question? Why is it that Falcons bought all these spots and all these different esports? They bought the best fucking talent on the market. They bought fucking Biffle in Warzone. They bought Hal in fucking Apex. They got fucking whoever in CS. They got all these great players. They come to Call of Duty and they give us this. What
I mean,
the fuck?
Drop everybody, pick up Hook, and see who
They
Hook
got
wants.
the greatest at every other esport.
Don't mention that ass. Drop everybody, pick up Hook, and then just be like, Hook.
They bought the best Fortnite player
You be like, Hook, who do you want? Who do you want?
They spent all their
They play for $5 million a year.
Or you might as well
Maybe he
throw
got the
Clay in
Paddock
there.
contract. Maybe he's got a
You might as well throw Clay in there. Let Clay play
is
with
not
Hook.
squad game.
Let Clay play.
For real?
Okay.
Wait, hold on. I just a pretty good idea. Pick up Hook and just fucking ask, you know?
I'm over.
Drop
watching
everybody,
them
pick
play,
up Hook
bro.
and ask them who he
every
wants.
time
Can we
they
address
get
some
to
of
a
the
new they get to
Go
a
ahead.
new stage and teams see their schedule. Falcons, and then they're just
Their eyes lit
3-10.
up. Their eyes
Their
light
eyes
up when they
light
see
up. They start
Vegas
licking their
Falcons,
lips
bro.
and shit.
100%. People are sitting there like, oh yeah, that's where we up the stats. That's where we get the stats up. You know what I mean? Like that's bro, it's bad. It's bad, bro. It's bad. I would love to see maybe a Challengers
That's my
team
crash
come
out
in or some NA players or something. I mean, bro, I just don't know. Are we gonna be here all year watching these guys? Are we gonna be here all year?
I think it's because they're probably not going to make a true change. You got to see how Challengers plays out that event. I mean, you got to have a serious conversation about like, are we going to still try this for 2 stages, or are there players that we want to get now who might be in at the pro league and we want to see what they can do now at this level.
Bring
Like,
back qualifying for the league. Let's go, baby.
well, I mean, they just add 4 more fucking spots to qualify into, and then we get 16. And we actually get a good, nice number, other than fucking 12.
Get these cats relegated.
I mean, dude,
Relegated, damn, my bad.
listen, bro, I'm sure all these guys are great guys too. It's just not working, bro. Like, this is a competitive league, and I feel like there's spots being taken away from just actual talent who can actually compete in these matches. And bro, you're thinking, like, imagine you're like some of that talent sitting on the sidelines watching this, right? Like, you gotta be
there's
losing
8
composure.
spots in the league. We bitched about this since the Falcons bought the fucking spot months ago. There's 8 spots in the league that are just. Granted, Miami's a good team, so I'm not gonna.
Miami's got third.
Miami's a good team, so it doesn't. My point doesn't hit as hard. Miami's been good, but there's 8 spots that are region locked, and if I'm being honest, Falcons are. What are they doing? Like, what's the objective, bro? This is not good press for anybody. This is not good for me. You're not like, oh, look at the system. You could get to the CEO and just fucking get that. Like, oh, look how great Call of Duty is. It's not. You're not doing that. You're not doing anything.
The way I
Like,
would phrase it, Sam, is this.
What the fuck's the point?
They're not making champs, bro, unless they go in some magical run.
No, don't say that.
But they have an opportunity. They have an opportunity to build a good team that can be competitive the next 2 majors, and go to EWC in front of that crowd and represent the home
with
away.
like extreme
with a
roster
good fucking
overhaul.
team, not this. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm advocating for what you guys are advocating for. Like, I think. And again, we're not in that room. We don't know what practice is like. You know, they obviously speak Arabic. We don't really understand the comms fully. We don't know who has it and who doesn't have it. And to be honest, the problem is this team's not making the business end of tournament, so we don't even know what they feel like with the adversity in that situation. But I think after this major, they got to have a real conversation of just, bro, like, are we going to sit here for fucking 5 months and watch more of this, or do we want to try something else? Because this year's already basically a trial year, right? We're already experimenting to see what works. Like, this is really
enough.
not working, so try something else.
Somebody said the Flank's definitely not getting invited to EWC, but hey, listen, bro, I'll be honest, like, there's no way even ownership is thinking this. Ownership's got to be thinking the same shit we are. Like, wow, these guys are just ass.
They're probably not 1.0.
They haven't won a match.
Like, ownership is probably sitting there not disagreeing with a single thing we're saying. If they are,
not paying attention to COD, bro. They got CS. They got CS.
They got Nico and
Fortnite.
they're probably glued to that
Bro,
shit.
bro, I will say this.
They got Hal.
When we were on the ground there, Rab can back me up on this. Ace can back me up on this, Trey. Everyone we talk to is like biggest esports, biggest games in this country, FIFA and COD. They do actually really care about Call of Duty, and that's probably why they've been so committed to try and make this whole.
Why would you go this way?
Well,
Why would you have
I
such
I don't think they
different
expect it
approach
to be
in every other
this bad,
esport?
Sam.
We
I don't think they expect it to be this bad.
No,
And
I
we're-
understand, but you didn't go that route in those other esports. The only one that they did was Falcons in Rocket League because they're fucking godlike at Rocket League.
Yeah.
But you didn't go that way in Counter-Strike. You didn't go that way in Warzone. You didn't go that way in Counter-Strike. Why did you go that way in COD? You're an underdeveloped region. You knew if there's anybody with a brain, you knew this was going to happen because we all did. Why did you choose for this? Like, why did you choose this team? Why?
You want to bench it? You want to bench it because legendary?
Absolutely, I do. If there's nothing more I would love.
If you're another owner in this league, would you have been down if Falcons came in and just started spending like hella money off the rip and just started posting face craft and pocket and all that?
What's your bag up? I don't know. That's what they did everywhere else.
I mean, I think it's a dumb conspiracy theory. I think they always wanted to try and figure out what they had in the region because everybody we talked to on the ground in WC was like, we want to try and apropos this and really build out this region. But like they could have come out and really done the big thing off the rip.
They should have hit the challenge.
Maybe they still will, but we're all in agreement. I don't want to see more of this shit.
I don't.
Next couple of weeks.
I don't want to watch their series anymore. They're non-competitive.
Tom didn't create the show so we can fucking debate whether fucking X Org or X Play or anything like that is a good guy, bro. Like, these guys are fucking ass, and I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Bro, we
and
talked all on the show, and
I do know what they're doing. It's not working.
They're just not good.
I see what they're trying to do, but it's not paying off. They're all pretty keen on hardcore. Time to switch up.
Yeah, agreed. We don't need to talk much about that anymore. I say we move on to these questions, and then we'll do predictions for tomorrow. One of the questions coming in is, would minor tournaments be better if they allowed challenger teams to participate, even if it's a single elimination bracket? I mean, I think it'd be pretty cool to see like kind of like a pro-am format. I don't know how they would do it, but
there's some complications.
Wait,
yeah,
minors would doing that. Wait, I think that'd be cool if they like, let's say, if they got like the top. I know. I was gonna say if they got the top 4 teams from like the elite or the cup before the minor, and they just had them play and like filled out the rest of the bracket, because it's 12. So
You know what I'm saying?
16 team
What would
bracket.
surprise you is you can no longer do CDL points.
I mean, you just don't play for any points. You just play to try to get money in the cash prize. Yeah.
You guys are not even highlighting ways.
Pretty cool.
There's a big logistical issue here.
Okay, go
None
ahead.
of those teams and players have access to the esports build. None of those teams and players have access to the league PC. There's no integrity cameras. How are you going to fall through on the computer integrity policies you have now in that situation?
It's because of
You're right on that.
You have to fly them out somewhere probably. I don't know if this is exclusive. I think there's a better question than what we all agree. The first and last event, or at least the first event, an event in the middle of the year should be a pro event, where pros and amateurs are playing against each other.
I think every event should be a pro event.
I would be super fucking down for that.
That'd be
I think
fun.
everybody on this fucking
Just like
show
old
would.
days, Sam. Just like the
They all
old days.
should, but that's a whole different conversation that everyone in chat knows how it's going to go.
It'd be cool, like if they could like figure that out, or even like the majors just like filled out like the last 4 spots and make it a 16-team bracket with 4 AM teams and just do that every single time. I think it would be a bad idea.
The only thing that I hate about the minor format for this season is the fact that it's 2 entirely different formats in place. But you go from like playing for qualifiers for a major to then like interrupting a qualifier for something that has nothing to do with how your team is currently playing to then like going back to it afterwards because it's only for champs. It has nothing to do with the current qualifier. That's what I don't like about it. I think that that's dumb.
Yeah, I think we just need to go back to old school Call of Duty, man. Pool plays, open brackets, all that shit, bro. The more of that we can get, the better.
Qualifiers.
Yeah, but let's go on to the next one. Do you think organizations should consider getting team houses? It's a good way to build their brand and players' brand, similar to what Optic has done in the past. I mean, I think it'd be pretty cool. I don't know what it is from a logistical standpoint. Like, I don't know how much money it costs them to compared to how much they're spending now, but I think team houses can actually break apart teams. That's might be a hot take, but I feel like being around your teammates every day, all day, could make you go fucking insane.
I'm pretty sure there's a couple of teams that do team houses. I know Rocker does a team house. I think Miami might do a team house as well, where all their players live there. So
this was a cool idea when everyone was like 17, 18, 19. But like
Brian said Boston and Rocker, but